It's a lovely day for hockey as on Valentine's Day, the Amarillo Wranglers look to make it 4 in a row as they host the Corpus Christi IceRays here on a Friday night in mid-February. Hi everyone, Guy Chiarenza here alongside Ben Salgado, here to bring you this South Division showdown as the playoff picture starts to heat up more and more as we get closer to the end of the regular season. And for the Wranglers, they've won 3 games in a row, all 3 being in comeback fashion, but tonight is their biggest test yet, as on Valentine's Day, they look to continue to surge against a Corpus Christi team that currently sits in 3rd place in the South Division, as the Wranglers enter the matchup with a record of 16, 22, 1-3. At 36 points on the season, they currently sit in 8th place in the South Division, just 5 points out of the playoff picture, with 2 big points on the line here tonight. The IceRays look to be on their way to the Robertson Cup playoffs with a record of 27, 13, 1-2. IceRays have 57 points on the season. They're currently sitting in 3rd. They won their most recent outing against New Mexico on Thursday 4-1. However, the IceRays are 4-6 in their last 10 games. They look to get it back on track as they do look to be headed towards the Robertson Cup playoffs. Last time out for the Wranglers, they defeated the Oklahoma Warriors 4-2 in this building last Saturday night. And again, the Wranglers have fallen behind in all 3 of their most recent wins and yet have somehow found a way to win all of those games. And that's largely due in part to the newcomers into the lineup. We'll see 2 more enter the Wranglers lineup and play in their first game as a Wrangler here tonight. More on that in a moment. But back to last Saturday against Oklahoma, Cole Satterdahlin got the scoring started, and he's one of those new faces that has been shining bright for the Wranglers as he had the game's opening goal, finished with 1 goal and 1 assist. He's on a point streak, 2 goals and 2 assists in his last 3, as one of the newer Wranglers has been getting it done, as has Ty Azadi for Amarillo. As when Oklahoma went up 2-1, it was Azadi that scored the tying goal to make it 2-2 with his first goal in a Wrangler uniform. And Alexander Olislav got the 3rd goal, which ended up being the game winner just a couple of moments after Azadi scored to go ahead to make it 3-2 Wranglers heading into the second intermission. Olislav has 2 goals and 1 assist in his last 3 for a point streak. And Daniel Resega nailed the dagger in the 3rd as he ended up being the South Division 3rd star of the week with 2 goals and 2 assists and a +4 rating in both of those games against Oklahoma. Watch out for him here tonight as he's been we'll see if he can continue to play his best game as a Wrangler here this season. Wranglers didn't get any help from their power play on Saturday night. That was fine. They scored all their goals 5-on-5. Power play went 0 for 2, and the penalty kill went 3 for 4, including a big kill at the end of the second period and the start of the 3rd on a 5-minute major to Hayden Hedquist that kept the Warriors off the board, let the Wranglers cruise to victory with the lead. But unfortunately, because of that incident, Hayden Hedquist has been suspended for 1 game. We won't see him in the lineup here tonight for Amarillo. As I mentioned before, we have 2 Wranglers making their debut here tonight as getting the start. I should say in the lineup for the Wranglers here tonight will be number 9, William Larsson, coming over from Sweden, was a point-per-game player in Sweden earlier this season. Wranglers are hoping he can bring that kind of scoring to their lineup as they look to make a playoff push. And another Wrangler making his debut here tonight wearing number 18 alongside Larsson, Maxim Mamanov, formerly with the Wisconsin Wendigo, played 8 games in Wisconsin, had 2 assists there. Now he's a center for the Wranglers, and we'll see if he can get going with Larsson here tonight. And watching those 2 in practice earlier in the week, looks like Larsson's got a lot of speed. He can put zip on the puck just like anybody else, better than anybody else. And we'll see if Mamanov and Larsson develop an instant connection. Mark LaFrance will be on that line at right wing with some of the 2 newest Wranglers making their debut here tonight. We'll talk about the opposition when we come back on the other side of the break. Corpus Christi IceRays riding into town, having gone 4-6 in their last 10 games. We'll see what the IceRays have been up to lately as we get set for a Friday night battle here on Valentine's Day at the Bull Pen. All that coming up on the Austin Hose pregame show, but first a word from the Amarillo Ice Ranch, the coolest place in town.
Hit the ice at Amarillo Ice Ranch, the only year-round facility in Amarillo. First-time skaters, novice hockey players, kids, and adults are welcome. A great place to celebrate a birthday. Have a blast at one of our various programs, special events, and camps. The Ice Ranch is a state-of-the-art facility. Professional coaches and trainers who are passionate about growing ice sports in Amarillo. Lace up your skates today at the Amarillo Ice Ranch. Hit the ice at Amarillo Ice Ranch, the only year-round facility in Amarillo.
Welcome back to the Budweiser Bull Pen as we get set for a Friday night matchup between the IceRays and the Wranglers. It is the third meeting of the season between these two clubs that met back in early January in Corpus Christi. The IceRays took both of those matchups as they won on January 3rd 5-2 and on January 4th 4-2 at American Bank Center on the Gulf Coast. And for the Wranglers, I thought they played very well in both of those games, had the lead after both first periods, but it was the IceRays putting together a full 60-minute effort that got them the win in both of those games. We'll see how these two teams square up here tonight, as again, the IceRays have gone 4-6 in their last 10 games, won 4-1 against New Mexico on Thursday at the ABC. And Troy Pelton had 1 goal for Corpus Christi. He has 1 goal and 1 assist in his last 2 games. Carter Cranky with a goal helped the IceRays to victory. And Cooper Conway had himself quite the night with 2 goals and 1 assist. He led the way as Benji Motu stopped 15 of 16 in the Corpus Christi victory. IceRays power play went 0 for 1, and they went 3 for 3 on the penalty kill. But they will be without one of their best defensemen here tonight, as Raymond Perreault is still serving the midst of a 5-game suspension for an incident that happened against the Lone Star Brahmas earlier in the month. IceRays are without Perreault, and he's the only one that is still serving a suspension from that incident. As we get set for battle here on a Friday night here at the Texas Panhandle. It's Valentine's Day, and fans are filing in. A lot of people with dates here tonight. Tonight will be your date as we host you here on the Wranglers Hockey Network on NATV and YouTube. And with that, let's get to tonight's starting lineups between the IceRays and the Wranglers. Getting the start at left wing, the aforementioned number 14, Cooper Conway, gets the start for Corpus Christi. Conway is having a fantastic season with the IceRays. Started in North Iowa, got traded to Corpus Christi. He's been about a point-per-game player with the IceRays. That's about as good as a pickup as any this season, as Conway has 15 goals and 16 assists for 31 points in 33 games this season. And again, he had 2 goals and 1 assist on Thursday against New Mexico. His starting center here tonight will be number 13, Nick Sinani. Standing at 5'11", 170 pounds. The Michigan native has 1 goal and 2 assists for 3 points in 25 games. He's held scoreless in his last 10. He'll look to break through here tonight with the hot hand Cooper Conway on his line. Another guy that knows how to score will get the start at right wing. Number 16, Stepan Kuznetsov, standing at 6'1", 185 pounds. Kuznetsov this season has 12 goals and 19 assists for 31 points in 40 games. He has 1 goal and 1 assist in his last 3, including an assist on Thursday against New Mexico. So starting forwards for the IceRays, Conway, Sinani, and Kuznetsov. Getting the start on the blue line, number 4, Pierre-Olivier Allard, standing at 5'11", 185 pounds. The native of Quebec City has been solid on the blue line for the IceRays this season. He'll be paired up to start the game alongside number 81, Andrew Hayek, who stands at 5'11", 185 pounds, and is a native of Chicago, Illinois. Hayek on the season has 6 points in 30 games, being paired up with Allard, who is still looking for his first goal of the year, has 6 points in 41 games on the campaign. And getting the start between the pipes for Corpus Christi this evening, number 35, Benji Motu, formerly of the Maryland Black Bears. And if that sounds familiar to you as a Wrangler fans, it's not a coincidence. The Wranglers played against Motu when he was a member of the Black Bears when the Wranglers hosted Maryland at the NAHL Showcase back in September. And in that game, Motu stopped 16 of 18 on September 26th in what was a 2-1 Wrangler victory. Now he's an IceRay, acquired at the deadline, and has a record of 16-10, 1-1 on the year, a 2.39 goals against average, a .912 save percentage, and 2 shutouts on the season. Tonight will be his 4th game with Corpus Christi, having posted a 2-1 record with the IceRays. And so that's the starting lineup for IceRays head coach Sylvain Cloutier. And with that, let's get to the starting lineup for your Amarillo Wranglers. Getting the start at left wing, a very familiar face, number 74, Alexander Oleslov, standing at 5'10", 183 pounds. He has been on fire as of late, as Oleslov is in the middle of a 3-game point streak with 2 goals and 1 assist in his last 3, including the game winner on Saturday. Look for more of the same from Oleslov, who's been consistent this season, chipping in with 16 points in 40 games for the Wranglers this season. Getting the start at the center position, the South Division first star of the week from 2 weeks ago. Number 19, Kirill Yevshinev, standing at 5'11", 170 pounds. The native of Lithuania went off to a blazing hot start in his Wranglers debut. Yevshinev has 8 points in 19 games on the season as he split some time with the New Hampshire Mountain Kings before joining the Wranglers. His starting right wing here tonight will be number 10, Jake Boulanger. And it's hard to believe that Boulanger is one of the longer-tenured Wranglers after coming over in a trade earlier in the season from the Northeast Generals, but Boulanger has been good and he's been consistent, and watch out for him on the power play as he leads the team in power play goals. And oh, by the way, Boulanger has been good against the IceRays as his first goal in a Wrangler uniform came on January 4th in Corpus Christi. So the starting forwards for the Wranglers are Olislav, Yevshinev, Boulanger, and starting on defense, number 4, J.S. Pack, standing at 6'2", 185 pounds. Pack has been strong and steady on the blue line for the Wranglers, as in 3 games with Amarillo, I think that 4 games with Amarillo, he has been a +4 since his time with Amarillo, as he has 5 points in 25 games formerly with Danbury and Springfield. He has been a very solid addition to the Wranglers' blue line. He'll be paired up with alternate captain number 2, Will Welburn, standing at 6'9", 240 pounds. The native of Rye, New York, has been leading the way for the Wranglers on the back end, and not just with the A on his sweater, as Welburn has been taking a plethora of shots as of late. And he picked up an assist on Saturday as well for his 7th point of the season. And Welburn took a season high on shots on Saturday night with 5 shots on goal for him to pound the rock and put shots on Motu here tonight, as the Wranglers have outshot their opposition in 7 straight games. And getting the start between the pipes for Amarillo here tonight, number 33, Matt Shepoister, who is 3-0 as the Wranglers netminder. He'll look to keep his record perfect in a Wrangler uniform, as tonight will be his 17th appearance of the season, as he started with the Springfield Junior Blues. With a record of 9-5-0-1, he has a 2.76 goals against average, a 910 save percentage, and 2 shutouts on the year. In his most recent outing in the Wranglers' 4-2 win over Oklahoma on Saturday, he stopped 24 of 26 to help the Wranglers to their 3rd straight victory. As the Wranglers are led by head coach Corey Wojtek, assistant coach is Ryan Seavey, and the Wranglers will look to stay hot with Shepoister between the pipes. Is out there now for a ceremonial puck drop is Phillips and Sobush, the 2 captains for the respective clubs. Good photo op there as we get set to do battle here at the Budweiser Bull Pen. 3rd meeting of the season between these 2 clubs. 23rd all-time meeting. Wranglers are 14-8 against Corpus Christi all-time. And with that, we'll get to the national anthem, presented by Belmar Elementary Crier. Thank you for tuning in to the Austin Hose pregame show. Coming up next, the national anthem, and when we return, first period puck drop between the Wranglers and the IceRays. We are all set and ready to go here from the Budweiser Bull Pen. For the 3rd time this season and the first in the Texas Panhandle, it's the Wranglers and the IceRays here on NATV and YouTube. Guy Chiarenza here alongside Ben Salgado to bring you this game here tonight. And it's looking to be a good one. Wranglers looking to make it 4 in a row as they continue to push for the playoffs. And the man leading that charge is number 33 between the pipes, Matt Shepoister. What a pickup he has been as he has been perfect, 3-0 with the Wranglers. Tonight he makes his 4th consecutive start, and we'll see if he can get the job done against a very formidable team in the Corpus Christi IceRays, who currently sit in 3rd place. They're going to be on their way to making the Robertson Cup playoffs for the first time since 2019. Starter between the pipes for Corpus Christi is Benji Motu, acquired in a trade with the Maryland Black Bears. Has a record of 2-1 with the IceRays, a 2.01 goals against average, and a .916 save percentage in an IceRay uniform. We'll see if the Wranglers can test him early here tonight, as when the Wranglers faced the Black Bears earlier in the showcase, didn't put a lot of shots on Motu, but got the job done, taking 18 shots, putting 2 home in a 2-1 victory against the Black Bears. Both teams very different and in very different places since then. Wranglers trying to climb back into the playoff picture. IceRays trying to stay there, and there's no better place to do it than here on a Friday night at the Budweiser Bull Pen. There's nothing more than we love than hockey, and no better day to do it. It's Valentine's Day at the Bullpen, and we're happy to bring this game here for you tonight. Puck is dropped and we're underway. The IceRays control off the opening faceoff. Here's Andrew Hayek going behind the net for Corpus Christi as he sweeps out to the right wing to lead the charge. Conway takes it in over center circle. Sandwiched between a couple of Wranglers. Puck ping-pongs to the near corner, and they get it back to Conway. He's tripped up by Welburn, and just 20 seconds in, we have the game's first penalty, and Corpus Christi will go to the power play. So it did not take long to get the game's first penalty, and it goes against the Wranglers' alternate. Oh, it goes against J.S. Pack. So sorry to Welburn. Looked like he was in the area. Thought it was going to go against him. Instead, it goes to Pack. So sorry, Will. Had the wrong guy. Ends up going against Pack. He'll sit for 2 minutes for tripping. And either way, Corpus Christi goes to the power play. So they control off the ensuing face-off. Soderbaum walks the line. To the right wing, Sobush back across. Missed Valdez on the cross-crease pass, and the puck will escape the zone. IceRays will pound it down on delayed offside, where Jacob Miller will fire it off a leg and back into his own zone. A little bit of an error there. Pipinen will get it out to center, and look at this. Here's a 2-on-1 the other way for the Wranglers. Satterdahlin shoots, and save is made by Motu. Satterdahlin trying to dig at it and get it back in, but the IceRays will handle. So how about that for a start? Wranglers come in shorthanded. Here come the IceRays the other way, as dangling out in front was Sobush and company, looking to find Cody Kemp. Instead, the puck rolls over to the near wall, and the IceRays possess. 1:14 left on their power play. Randstrom takes it in on the left wing. Errant pass goes over the line, and the Wranglers get a free clear. IceRay power play coming in tonight, operating at 14.6%. That's 28th best in the league. Wrangler penalty kill, having some woes as of late, 76.3%. That's 32nd best. As the Wranglers have allowed a power play goal in 4 straight games to look to end that trend here tonight. And so far, so good. They drill it back down to Motu, and just 45 seconds remain on the penalty to Pack. Cooper Conway will take it in on the left wing. He'll gain some speed and roll through the neutral zone. Conway to the middle, boxed out by Welburn, and a shot there from the right wing is hauled in by Shepboyster, and it looked like that one was taken by number 17 in red, Carter Cranky, with the chance. And I believe that is Shepboyster's first save of the night. It comes with 30 seconds left on the IceRay power play, as they will get fresh blood on. So it's Reardon, Green, Biederman to take the face-off. Morgan to his right, the former Jackalope. And mending the blue line, Nikita Konevich. And it looks like now Reardon will take this face-off against Cole Satterdahlin. He's on a 3-game point streak for the Wranglers. And Amarillo at the face-off win will bang it out to center. And the IceRays will control. So it's Biederman dropping it back for Konevich. Had a little trouble handling it, so we'll have to rethink things. He'll step over his own blue line, gain center red, and send it barreling around to the near wall of the Wranglers zone. Waiting up top is Morgan. The former Jackalope creeps down the wall. Button hooks at the half wall, goes back up top to Biederman. Now Morgan tries to go cross ice. Wranglers get a stick on it as the penalty expires. Wranglers have a rush the other way. Here's Boulanger right off the bench. He'll shoot, and a save is made by Motu. Rebound on the loose, and Motu's got that as well. With 17:31 left in the first, he'll freeze. So a couple good looks for the Wranglers there after killing the penalty. And it stays a scoreless game, just a tad under 2.5 minutes into the contest. Wranglers win the face-off. Welburn tries to pound it on goal, ends up going wide. Momentum carries it all the way out to the Wranglers zone where Pack move it back across to the far wing for Welburn. Ships it up ahead for Boulanger. He'll gain the red line, put it on goal. Motu shovels it to Allard, who will move it D to D, and then back the other way to Allard. From the left wing, looks up, tries to hit a home run pass at center, and it's intercepted by Yevshinev. He'll shoot, fought off by Motu. Rebound goes to the near wall. The France will chip it to the end wall looking for Olislav. He's got him. Working against an IceRay, that's Allard. He's able to get it up ahead, but the only man there for Corpus Christi was Valdez. Puck springs back out to center. They'll rip it down and go off for a line change. O'Rourke up to the neutral zone for LaFrance. Puck will glance off his stick to the end wall. Out to play it is Motu. He'll wheel it around by LaFrance to Pelton, who gains some speed through center. He'll chip it off the wall and give chase. Working against Mamanov, playing as his first shift as a Wrangler, as is William Larson. And they work in tandem to peel the puck away on the near wing. Wranglers move on a 2-on-2. LaFrance will heave it off the end wall. Crashing in is Larson, and he's got a lot of speed. Watching him in practice this week. He'll head off for a line change as on comes the Azadi, Wood, and Rasega line. And that line has been money for the Wranglers as of late, combined for 5 goals and 5 assists in the 2 games against Oklahoma last week. White over the red line, tattoos it off the end wall. Crashing in is Rasega, going up against Konevich. Forces a turnover, puck bumbling around on the near wall. Wood trying to get a hand on it, drives his way deeper. From the goal line, looks to center, boxed out by Konevich. Rasega tripped up, fans calling for a penalty, none to be had. White from the right point hauls it in and shoots, deflection out in front, and Motu gets a paw on it. Puck is loose, Wranglers center, shot from the left wing, gobbled up by Motu.
Motu so far with some incredible saves. I'd say he's been playing pretty good so far.
Biggest sequence of the night. Motu thought he had it for the freeze. Wranglers were able to wrestle the way out of his grasp. Tried to center for Whited on the left circle. And Motu gets back across to deny Whited his first point of the season. What could have been. And Whited did spend some time with Corpus Christi during training camp earlier this season. Got to meet his billet dad back on the Gulf Coast when we visited in early January. As the puck rolls into Wrangler territory, Welburn off the wall, gets it out to center, right in front of the scorer's table, gains the red line and flips it wide of Motu, where the IceRays will handle. It's Allard, shoveling it over to Hayek. To the left wing, he's got Conway looking up, goes cross ice, and has Kuznetsov. He'll deal it around to the far wall. Pack defending, is able to slide it back out to center, where Max Ranstrom will angle it back into Wrangler territory. And Corpus Christi will get a partial change from there. Piping in, wasting no time. It's a man on the left wing, it's Yevshinev. Turning on the Jets, cuts to the goal and shoots for a kick save by Motu. The rebound is loose, Yevshinev can't get to it, and Ranstrom will skate it away. Ranstrom out to center, has Green on the move. He'll paddle it below the goal line. White collects it from there for Amarillo. On his forehand, looks for an avenue to break out. Finds one on the right wing off the stick of Boulanger. As the puck hippity hops over to the near corner of the IceRays zone. 14-17 left in the first period. Still a scoreless affair, but the Wranglers dominating the shot count 9-1. You want to talk about pounding the rock? They've done it as they come right back in. On the left wing, it's Larson to the middle for LaFrance. He'll peel away, try and gain some separation, but instead be forced out to center ice where O'Rourke will blast it back in to the glove of Motu, and he'll freeze. The time stops 6:05 into the first. But the Wranglers has been buzzing as of late, Ben, out shooting the IceRays in what should now be 10-1.
I like what the Wranglers been doing so far. They've been very aggressive when they get the puck in their hands. So if they want to come out with the win today, they need to keep this aggressiveness. I would say so. It
really feels like that apart from the Corpus Christi power play that they had very early on, just 20 seconds in, majority of the play has been to our right in the IceRays zone.
Exactly.
And that's where we're at right now. Morley Phillips, Wrangler captain, will take the face-off to the left of Motu. IceRays will win it. He'll jolt it out the center. Flagging down the pass intended for Valdez was Miller. And the Wranglers try and battle back to IceRay ice, but Corpus Christi able to squeeze the puck away, although they're being hemmed in their own zone right now, and Phillips creates a turnover. Centers looking for Satterdahlin, tries to backpedal it to Welburn. Instead, the only man there was an ice ray. Valdez centering feed. Oh, what a stop by Shepboister. Point blank on Colin Watson. Denies him the first goal. Cranky a bit, goes off a leg and wide, and Phillips, the Wranglers' representative for top prospects, will skate it free. High slot shot steered away by Motu. Phillips will take one more swipe at it before heading to the bench, and the IceRays will try and maneuver out. Morgan fires it off the leg of Wood, so the puck will stay in the Corpus Christi zone. Crashing in is Azadi, trying to keep it there. But the IceRays will bombard it down on goal to Shepboister and get a partial change in. Here is that line of Wood, Azadi, and Rasega. They've been buzzing as of late. We'll see if they can produce the game's first goal. Slithering to the left wing is Pipinen. He'll drill it in. Motu well out to play it. Pass is intercepted by Azadi, centering for Wood, and he couldn't get the shot away. Sobush gets in front, and it's a man on the run. It's Pelton. Cut off by O'Rourke and sent to the far corner. Great defensive play there. Wranglers chip the puck out of the zone. Soderbaum will carry it in. So it's an offside on the IceRays with 12:24 left in the first. And because of those last two chances, the IceRays now have 3 shots in the game. The Wranglers dominating to this point 10-3. And largely the reason that it's a scoreless game is because of the star work of Benji Motu. So back when the Wranglers lost some at the showcase, didn't test them all that much, put 18 shots on goal against the Black Bears. Tonight, Amarillo already up to 10. They have no signs of slowing down. Boulanger will angle it in, so much so that it comes into the grasp of Motu. And so we'll pause again with another whistle with 12:17 left in the first, and we'll get another face-off near Motu. Wranglers will keep the line of Olislov, Yevshinev, and Boulanger out there. Welburn and J.S. Pack are the 2 defensemen, and Pack sliding into that role with Welburn due to the absence of Hayden Hedquist, who is serving a 1-game suspension here tonight for an incident that happened on the Saturday game against Oklahoma. So we'll see how Welburn and Pack fare together. 2 of the Wranglers' most solid and sturdy defensemen. You can add Hedquist to that group as well. Wranglers keep the puck in the zone. To the end wall goes Olislov and Soderbaum. Those 2 will jostle for it there. Puck squeaks over to Ranstrom as Conway on the left wing. Floats it to the middle to Kuznetsov. He'll stash it to the end wall. Welburn tries to cut off an open man. Puck is angled to the right wing. Konevich a shot, bumbles wide of the goal. Looking to center where the IceRays, and breaking it up was Yevshinev. Nick Sinani trying to get that centering feed in there. Wranglers are able to make a defensive stand. Now here is J.S. Pack, former Danbury hat trick, playing in his 5th game with the Wranglers. +4 coming into tonight in his time with Amarillo. And makes a nice defensive play on the near wing to get the puck back into the Wranglers' hands. As it's Welburn banging it off the far wall and all the way down for an icing with 11:23 left in the first. And if you're the Wranglers right now, you got to like what you're doing. You got to continue to put that pressure on, because the storyline in the 2 games in Corpus Christi earlier in January was that the Wranglers would come out, play a fantastic first period, had the lead in both of those games, but it was the IceRays that put together the better final 40 to win both of those games. Here's a defensive zone win by LaFrance. Scampers to the right wing on his forehand, defended by Morgan. LaFrance centers for Larson. Goes up top to White. He'll hang on and shoot. And that one is eaten up by Motu with 11:11 left in the first. And with that, we'll go to our first media timeout. It's a scoreless game here in the Texas Panhandle, with the Wranglers out shooting the IceRays 10-3. We're back in a moment, but first a word from our local sponsors.
And get on down to Hooters.
Work. It means getting up early and getting on the road. It takes commitment, perseverance, and grit. You always get the job done. That's why at UniFirst, we provide the uniforms and services you need to work harder, smarter, and safer. We always deliver. Because you always deliver.
Back at the bullpen, we've got a good one on tap. Wranglers putting together a very solid performance here in the first period, but have yet to score a goal, as it's a scoreless affair with 11-11 left in the first, with 11 shots on goal for the Wranglers. So do with that as you will. IceRays banking out to the left wing, and on the run is Gerhard. Former Wrangler to the goal. Low line drive is stopped by Shepoister. Gerhard on the rebound, works it up top. Left wing pass, just a touch offline for Allard. Wranglers try and get it out. Allard holds it in. Right point shot over the goal. Rebound hits the back of the net. There for the Wranglers is White, another former hat trick, as is Pipinen, trying to wrestle it away from Will Reardon. We get a board battle there. Wranglers able to spear it out as Mamanov gets the job done. LaFrance maneuvers through center, gains the red line, and hurls it down by Motu to the far corner where Satterdalen, fresh off the bench, comes crashing in. Puck is peeled away from him by Hayek. And the IceRays will back out to center. Here's Biederman on the run. Toe drag shot wide of Shepoister. Rebound comes to the near wall. They'll spar for it there. Wranglers are able to touch it out to center. Well, from there, IceRays will throw it back in. O'Rourke out to center, has Jacob Miller at the red line. Returns it to O'Rourke. Coming on in. Puck is poked away before he could get a shot. Making the defensive play is Colin Watson. And so the Wranglers off that poke check, get the puck back. And they ice the puck with 9:50 left in the first period. So back we go to Wrangler territory.
If I'm Amarillo, I'm trying to keep that pressure on Corpus Christi because I like what I've been seeing so far. Obviously 0-0, but still staying aggressive though nonetheless.
Yeah, I mean, you got to like that shot count.
Yeah, exactly.
From the Wranglers right now, 11 shots in the first period. Good figure as we are just 10-10 into the first. Still a lot of time left. As at the line, it's Morgan going up against Phillips. They bump together. Puck makes its way behind the net. Wided to Miller on the near half wall, and Carter Cranky tries to wrestle it away. Satterdalen helping out for Miller. And O'Rourke with strong hands is able to bank it off the far wall and into IceRay territory. No icing as Miller gets there. Tries to go around Konevich, but can't get around Morgan as the puck moves to the near wall. Phillips trying to make life difficult for Cranky. He's able to get his way out the center ice and is stuffed at the Wrangler line where Noah Wood will go across to Wellburn. And the Wranglers will look to break out. Puck goes to the in wall. Resega fighting against Morgan. Can't get the puck away, but watch out for Daniel Resega here tonight on the forecheck, as that seems to be when he's at his best, especially when working in the corners. As the puck goes back to the far corner of the Wrangler zone. Allard can't keep the play alive on the left wing. Here's Wood trying to put some pressure on. Allard gets it up to Sobush. They go over the Wrangler line, and a nice poke check by White forces the IceRays to just throw it back in, where the Wranglers will handle. Another nice move by White to sidestep Sobush. Leading point score for the IceRays, dishing it down to the end wall. Azadi trying to get there. Puck goes around to the far half wall where Evshinev will battle against Pelton. IceRays have control. Pass on the right wing connects for a shot that goes well wide of Shepoister. Puck squeaks over to the right wing. Soderbaum gathers it and shoots. And again, IceRays can't hit the net. That goes wide. Ranstrom from center gives it to White. Deep in the Wrangler zone. IceRays get a line change as White finds Pipinen on the left wing. The Wranglers get in a partial line change as well. Boulanger from the right point, or right half wall, looks to center. Pass is picked off by the IceRays, and on the move is Green. Down the left wing he goes, crashing in against Wellburn. Wranglers bump the puck away. Nice defensive play by Wellburn. Gets the puck back for the Wranglers as Boulanger will scoot it around to the far corner. Olislov on the forecheck. Can't weasel it away from Soderbaum, who waits behind Motu as the IceRays plot their next move. Here comes Mamanov, Larson, and LaFrance as the two newest Wranglers out there on this sequence. IceRays angle it off a stick behind Shepoister and around to the far corner. Welber defending again as IceRays try and drive towards the net. Green is bumped off, and the Wranglers look to take flight. Larson has the puck roll off of his stick, and Corpus Christi will spawn it back into Wrangler territory, where Pipinen will find an avenue to break out. It's Larson at center, pitching it back to Pipinen. Back the other way has White out to center, connecting with LaFrance. In front of his own bench, returns it to White, who gains the red line, and now IceRay blue. White throws it around the horn to Larson. From the left corner, digs a bit deeper on his forehand as his pocket picked by Konevich. Phillips trying to keep the puck in the Wranglers' possession, does just that. Long shot wide of the goal by Pipinen. IceRays get in front. Wranglers wreaking havoc, forcing a turnover, but the IceRays get back in time as Carter Cranky slithers back out to center. Trying to grind his way along the near side wall. Whited makes a defensive play to chip the puck out to center. Miller flies by the puck as Satterdahl pins it there. Phillips will peel it away, although Cranky on the forecheck has one last say about it. Wranglers keep possession. Miller tries to settle down the puck on the near boards. Satterdahl looking to help out as well as the puck is up and contested on the near circle. Allard backhands it to the near corner for Cranky. Getting in front is Whited, taking a couple stabs at it. Can't get it away. IceRays look to center. Puck rolls back to the near half wall. Across they go to Allard. From the circle, shoots. Saves Shepbush. The puck is loose on the rebound. And the Wranglers netminder locates it and freezes with 5:35 left in the first. And here we go. We've got the first scuffle of the night. It's Morley Phillips for the Wranglers, right in the thick of it there. And for the IceRays, it was Troy Pelton in the thick of it as well. It looks like Pelton is going to stay on for the IceRays. Meanwhile, Phillips and his line will head off, and on comes the Oleslav, Ekstrinev, and Boulanger line. As the faceoff is to the right of Shepoister. IceRays win it. Long shot by Soderbaum, blasted wide of the goal. That one had some heat on it. Scorches wide, and out to center go the Wranglers. It is Welburn trying to find Evshinev on the right wing. Puck rolls back into his own zone, and the Wranglers have cooled off a little bit here. Now the shot count is 11-7 as Boulanger reels in a pass on the right wing. They'll throw it to the opposite corner as Oleslav gets there on the forecheck, working against Soderbaum. Puck is tipped away to Ranstrom. Reverses it back to the near side where the IceRays try and elevate it out, but Wood keeps it in. He'll slip it to the end wall. Emerging is Ranstrom. Has some open space. Passes to the left wing for Pelton. And from the red line, he'll catapult it back into Wrangler territory with 4:49 and counting left in the first. White up ahead, past to Zadi, and that'll go for an icing against the Wranglers with 4:40 left in the first. There's a point in time when the Wranglers were out shooting the IceRays by a wide margin. Now, just 4. IceRays have come alive as of late, with the shot count being 11-7, and one is still a scoreless game. Face-off to the right of Shepoister. Both teams with new starting goalies since the last time that they met. Last time the Wranglers played the IceRays, it was Charles Antoine Gerard, who is the backup here tonight for Amarillo, going up against Waylon Esch. On the left wing, it's Rasega dancing to the goal. Can't get a shot away. He's defended well by Kuznetsov. And here he goes into Wrangler territory, down the left wing. On his backhand, looks to center, doesn't do it. Works his way up to the line, and a nice defensive play by Welburn forces him back out to center. Kuznetsov had a chance to sauce it away, and instead didn't take the opportunity, and Welburn makes the excellent defensive stand to push him out to center. So on the left wing comes Konevich. He'll hop it to the end wall. We're picking it up as Pack for the Wranglers. Off the wall, gets to Hayek, into the glove, goes his shot of Shepoister with 3:56 left in the first. And now the shot count is 11-8 in favor of the Wranglers. So far, just one penalty in tonight's game, coming against the Wranglers just 20 seconds into the first period. But other than that, nothing to report on that side. Been a pretty clean game. It's been a lot of high-flying action. I feel like this game has been moving pretty quickly here so far tonight. Not a lot of whistles, but a whole lot of action. And on Valentine's Day, that's something that we love to see. So the face-off is to the right of Shepoister. Evshinev will take it for the Wranglers up against former Wrangler Grayson Gerhard, who was traded to the IceRays for a haul of picks and tenders the Wranglers will use this summer. Right side shot, deflected wide of Shephoister. Rebound comes to Evshinev. He's able to fight his way through the neutral zone. Allard will elevate it to the near corner of the Wranglers zone. Pipinen gets there, deals it over to White. Back they go to Pipinen. White gets checked behind the play by Gerhard. Wants a penalty. A couple fans in attendance do as well, and they're not going to get it. So again, just one penalty so far in tonight's game. As from IceRay territory, Hayek goes cross ice. Pass is picked off by Mamanov, and the Wranglers will control as it's Pipinen. Rethinking things, going behind Shephoister, passing it to the left wing for Larson. They'll sauce it up ahead for LaFrance. He'll go spinning into the near corner, working against Soderbaum. Wrangler center, Larson a shot off the crossbar, and it stayed out. Welburn a try, score! Will Welburn puts the Fox in the box, and the Wranglers are off and running with a 1-0 lead.
What a shot from Welburn.
Redemption.
Right.
So first the shot from Larson is a double doink to stay out. And Welburn says, you know what, we're not playing that game. He puts it in, and the Wranglers strike first.
Corpus Christi kind of felt like they got lucky there, and Welburn was like, nah, I'm gonna get mine. And
So
he did.
Wilburn's got his, and that is his 4th goal of the season. Had an assist on Saturday. Well, now he's got a goal here tonight as the combo on the goal. Welburn with the score. Assisted by Pack with his first point as a Wrangler. And Mamanov, who also in his first game with Amarillo gets on the stat sheet. And that comes with just 3 minutes left in the first period. At even strength. So the Wranglers pepper Motu, and on their 13th shot of the game, it's a blast from Welburn for the score. And go figure, in the last meeting between these two clubs, Welburn scored on the power play to give the Wranglers a 1-goal lead heading into the first intermission. Tonight he's got the game's first goal, and he might have just done that again. With just under 3 minutes left in the first period, Wranglers looking to keep the lead heading into the first intermission. With a whistle with 2:48 left in the first period. We will get a stoppage here.
If I'm in Morello with this about under 3 minutes left, I'm keeping that foot on the gas right here and trying to go up 2-0 right now. Corpus Christi is a great team, so you want to try to get as much momentum as you can in this game in the beginning.
And Wranglers trying to create as much separation as they can. As the Wranglers center for Evshinev. From the high point, gives to Pack. From there, has a man on the left wing, Satterdalen. Down low, Wranglers try and stuff it in. And Motu will hang on. So there was a penalty on that last sequence. Going to the box for Corpus Christi was Soderbaum. So the Wranglers are on the Budweiser power play, and they already get one stuff attempt in on Motu as Soderbaum, at the ensuing face-off of the Welburn goal, commits a slashing infraction. That's why the Wranglers are on the power play. Wranglers try and fight to the goal. Larson gets tossed to the ground, and so the IceRays will clear. And the Wranglers will look to enter on the right wing. It's Yevshinev. Button hooking at the point. Just to sauce it down deeper, but boomerangs back to the Lithuanian. And so Pack tries to keep it in. He gets checked there by Sobush, who gives Pack another extra shove right in front of the referee here tonight as the IceRays clear. The IceRays putting on some pressure here. Short-handed for the next minute and 5 seconds. And now here come the Wranglers back out to center. 3-on-2. Miller down the middle, stuffed by Hayek. And the puck will escape the zone. So big Jacob Miller trying to do it all. And Andrew Hayek had something else to say about it. And he will ship it down the Shep Hoister for an ice ray clear. Head referee here tonight is Arrigo. As the France gains the ice ray line. Drops it off for Olislov. He'll delay to Welburn for a shot, and that one just goes wide. Puck gets tangled up in the back of the net. IceRays try and pound it out. Welburn keeps it in. Another shot hammered wide. Pipinen has it at the left point. Gathers, gives to Welburn. Another shot fought off by Motu. Welburn's just letting him rip here tonight. He's got it again from the right point. Dishes it down low. Olislov a shot. Stopped by Motu. Rebound comes to Pipinen. 6 seconds left on the Wrangler power play. Pipinen to the near half wall for LaFrance. On his forehand, looks to center. Puck bounces wide. LaFrance has got it back from the far corner. Looks to center. Has a man down low. Olislov twisting to the goal. Fought off by the IceRays. And they will bundle up in the far corner. Morgan is able to get away from Olislov. And the IceRays have killed off the penalty, and out the center they go. 27 seconds left in the first period. Reardon battling against Pipinen in the air corner. Puck comes to Conway. Up top, IceRays to the left point and back the other way. Conway off his stick to the slot and out of the other side. Puck gets lifted out of play with 11.8 seconds left in the first. Cooper Conway had a great chance there. One of the most lethal threats for the IceRays. He comes up with nothing as he just couldn't handle the puck in the slot. Conway with 14 goals and 14 assists in 27 games with Corpus Christi since coming over in a trade with the Bulls earlier in the season. Safe to say that he's been one of the best acquisitions around the entire league this year. He's been lighting it up for the IceRays. He'll stay out there on this next sequence. Rasega peels the puck away off the face-off, and he's on the run. Rasega boxed out by Kuznetsov and Soderbaum. And the IceRays charge up ice. Conway to the slot, to the forehand, and a kick save is made by Shep Hoister at the buzzer. And the Wranglers will take a 1-0 lead heading into the first intermission.
Great save there by Shep Hoister to end the first period right there.
And so that is how a wild first period ends. Wranglers with the 1-0 lead on the goal from Welburn. They outshoot the IceRays 15-8. Talk about what the Wranglers need to do to keep that lead and add to it in the second period, as well as take a peek at the out-of-town scoreboard and recap the first period as well. All that coming up next on the first intermission report presented by Amarillo National Bank. But before we do, we'll step aside to take a chance to hear a word from our local sponsors, as once again, it's the Wranglers 1 and the IceRays 0 through one period of play. We'll be back in just a moment on the Wranglers Hockey Network on NATV and YouTube.
Down to Hooters, have a drink, catch the game, get yourself some awesome wings. It's the place to do your thing. You gotta get down to Hooters. Here she comes, a girl next door, hanging with good friends and more. Come on, what you waiting for? You gotta get down to Hooters. So get on up and get on down to Hooters.
Work. It means getting up early and getting on the road. It takes commitment, perseverance, and grit. You always get the job done. That's why at UniFirst, we provide the uniforms and services you need to work harder, smarter, and safer. We always deliver. Because you always deliver.
Your ordinary jobs deserve extraordinary.
Welcome back to the Budweiser Bull Pen, and we've got an instantly developing development here. So we have got something interesting going on here at ice. We've got a young man at center ice, and we got a young lady walking towards him the other way. And on Valentine's Day, I think you might know where this is headed. So they're playing a game of hot and cold. He's at center ice, crowd trying to guide her towards him. And I think you can guess what he might have in his pocket for her. So let's see if the fans can get her to her destination. making her way out to the blue line. Don't want to slip there. Be a bad night to slip. And so she makes her way to center circle. She's just about there. And she got him. And on one knee, he's got the ring. What's she gonna say? She said yes! The operation was a success. And a big hug at center ice. Maybe a couple kisses as well. Got the kiss cam from Palm City Vodka. And all's well that ends well. So congratulations to those two. Got a proposal at a Wrangler game. Congratulations to the happy couple there. And so back away we go. Another word from our local sponsors. And when we return on the first intermission report, we'll speak with Tommy T and get his thoughts on the first period. This is the Wranglers Hockey Network on NATV and YouTube.
When you know where you're going, you do what it takes to move forward. For me, that means money in the bank, saving cash. So this is my ride, my granddad's old truck.
Saving is cool again, especially with fantastic rates and free checking at A&B.
Thanks, Pop Pop.
No, it's it's me, the A&B guy. Amarillo National Bank. Amarillo before bank.
We want to help you thrive no matter what stage of life you're in. Your prescription for well-being starts at United Supermarkets, where your neighborhood pharmacists are here to give you the care you need when you need it. From expert consultation to personalized care and all your wellness essentials, and giving you your best shot at prevention with immunizations, we understand that every step towards health is a step towards happiness. So whether you're picking up or we're dropping off, we're here for you.
Welcome back to the Budweiser Bull Pen, into the first intermission report presented by Amarillo National Bank. And we bring in very special guest to the show, Tommy T. Thank you for joining us here today.
Wow,
How
what
you
a night, huh?
Oh,
Oh, my gosh. You got people getting married. You got great music. We're beating the mighty IceRays. What a great night at the Budweiser Bull Pen.
Hey, you said it.
Cowtown, man.
Hey, love is in the air. We love hockey. We got a great first period here. You got people getting married at center ice. Brilliant proposal there. Props to the crowd for helping him out, by the way. We played a game of hot and cold there, trying to guide her to her man at center
it was
ice.
So much fun.
Operation was a success, and it's been a good night to be at the bullpen. We're happy to have you here, Tom. What a wild first period that was, though. I mean, you think about 23 combined shots between the Wranglers and the IceRays. Wranglers in the period with a 1-0 lead. Tom, what do you see from your vantage point? What do you like from this Wranglers squad?
I
to open
love
play?
what I'm seeing with this defensive core for the Wranglers, led by the newly anointed associate captain, Will Welborn, who put a little icing on the cake right before the end of the first period, got that beautiful goal from right in front of the blue line. It was beautiful to see. I love the puck movement. I also love the emergence of some new players that have come to Amarillo that are really showing themselves with this opportunity that they're getting. Look at Anthony White doing such a great job on D. Look at Noah Wood. We can just go on and on and on. And everybody's telling me, and I love Knoll hockey, and this is not a shot, but everybody's telling me the IceRays are this mighty team, and they are a very good team. But we're with them. We're out shooting them almost 2-1. Great night at the Budweiser Bull Pen.
Yeah, you mentioned that. Wranglers out shooting the IceRays 15-8. And, you know, Wranglers have outshot their opposition in 7 straight games. Really seems like there's a memo to just put pucks on net and see what happens. And that's what we saw on the Wranglers' first goal. So the newest Wrangler, one of 2 new Wranglers, I should say, William Larson, puts the puck on goal. Bit of a double doink there, huh? comes barreling out, and everybody in the arena goes, oh, my gosh, can you believe that? And then Will Welborn says, guys, I got it under control. Boom. He puts the Fox in the box. and he gives the Wranglers a 1-0 lead. What'd you like about that goal from the Wranglers?
I just loved it. I love the never quit attitude, like you said, to the net, to the net, to the net. That's what we have to do as a team to execute, and that's what they're doing this evening for sure.
Yeah, and the Wranglers definitely passing the puck around a lot here tonight. Looks like they're trying to use every inch of the ice that they can, and they've been using their speed, and that was something that I thought was interesting in the first period, considering that's usually the IceRays' forte, is they like to go up and down the ice with lots of speed, but seemed like for a majority of that period there, aside from a few brief moments, looked like the Wranglers really dictated the pace, had their way, were playing their style of game in the first period. And, I think a lot of that is because the Wranglers got some excellent saves from Shepweister when needed. Give the Wranglers that momentum that they needed to continue to press offensively when the IceRays thought that they might have had a break the other way. What did you like about the Wranglers netminders play in the first period?
Oh, he is off the hook. I said in my article last week at Press Pass Sports, this kid's playing like a Cobra on Red Bull, and I'm using that. And tonight is just another great example. Matt in the net. You and I both know, when you get a new goalie on a team, the vibe changes.
Yep.
And nothing bad about any of the other previous goalies. All I'm saying is when you get new blood, new vibe, this young man, Matt, he's got a great opportunity to show himself off. He's got 17 games left, 16 games left to really put on a show, and he's taken advantage of that for sure.
Yeah, and the Wranglers have really rallied behind him and a lot of these newcomers in the lineup. I was talking last weekend about the series against Oklahoma. Just 5 players that played on opening night against the Warriors were left in the lineup for that game last Saturday. So you think about all the new faces in the lineup. Talk about Maxim Mamanov playing in his first game of the Wranglers here tonight. Same thing for William Larson.
Yep.
What have you liked about those two so far tonight, aside from the obvious blast from Larson that hit the double doink there?
I like the fact that they look like they've been playing on this team a lot longer than one game.
Yeah.
And that's hard to do. That's what I appreciate. I also love the fact that the team is embracing these new players and understanding if they want to make the playoffs and make a legitimate playoff run, this is what's got to be done. A lot of these young men are putting their egos aside, which they really don't have, but they're putting whatever they need to do into winning these games. We saw it in El Paso just a couple of weeks ago. That last Saturday night, you could see the difference, you could feel the difference, and we're seeing it here tonight for sure.
Hey, Tom, it's Valentine's Day. Love is in the air, but tell you what, over the last couple of weeks, I felt some magic in the air, especially around these Amarillo Wranglers. They believe that they can make the playoffs. We've seen crazier things here in the Texas Panhandle. Remember that Wrangler team 2 years ago that went on a 9-game win streak? We've seen it all around here. We've seen it all around here. So I don't think it would surprise anybody if this Wrangler team rallied around this magic that they've cultivated here and went on a run. But we got a long way to go to that. But it's going to be a fun ride to watch. So, Tom, you're a busy guy. You got a lot going on around here. Tell me what you've been up to and what to expect from you here over the next week or so.
Just really excited to talk about the Drive at 5 on 102.9 FM, the Panhandle Sports Star. You can also stream it at panhandlesportstar.com. This Tuesday night, we're going to have a Wranglers How Are They Now show. We're going to hear from the Ivy twins. They're going to be calling in from West Point. We're going to hear from Gleb Profa-Holkhorst. I can never say his last name right. I love the kid like his son. He'll be calling in from Niagara as he's on the verge of making all-conference. So it's going to be a lightning show. Hopefully we'll hear from Will Wellborn and Noah Wood. They'll also be on the program. It should be electric, just like what we're going on tonight. Now, tomorrow night, I'm hearing you better get your tickets and you better get them fast because that sucker's about to sell out. We all know what happens on First Responder Night at the Budweiser Bull Pen, and I can't wait for tomorrow night. Let's get this win. Let's get this done. There's a lot of hockey left to play. This is a very good team, but I love what I'm seeing so far.
You said it. You took the words right out of my mouth. I love what I'm seeing here. Valentine's Day, we'll stick with the theme of love. We got marriage proposals down there. We got love in the air.
Love that.
And we've loved what we've seen from the Wranglers so far here in the first period. And, Tom, we've loved having you here on the First Intermission Report. Thank you for joining me here today. Tom Tottori, everyone, and we'll be back in just a moment here on the First Intermission Report presented by Amarillo National Bank to recap the first period and look ahead to period 2. All that coming up next. But first, a word from our local sponsors here on the Wranglers Hockey Network.
Have a drink, catch the game, get yourself some awesome wings. It's the place to do your thing. You gotta get down to Hooters. and get on down to Hooters.
Work. It means getting up early and getting on the road. It takes commitment, perseverance, and grit. You always get the job done. That's why at UniFirst, we provide the uniforms and services you need to work harder, smarter, and safer. We always deliver. Because you always deliver.
Your ordinary jobs deserve extraordinary quality. Skip the big box and save with FlexTech and Austin Hose. With crush-resistant fittings and superior resistance to abrasion, weather, ozone, and oil, FlexTech water hoses provide outstanding strength at a value that washes the competition away. And be sure to make those ordinary jobs that much easier with our vast selection of Quick Connect fittings. And now, take simplicity one step further with the Dixon Constant Flow Nozzle. Simply twist the nozzle head to adjust from a wide to long spray pattern to tackle any job. And it's internally sealed for easy installation, leak-free handling, and true water shutoff. Rated up to 300 PSI, FlexTech air hoses provide the durability and cost efficiency of PVC with a look and feel that simulates the flexibility of a traditional rubber hose. Pair your FlexTech air hose with the Milton blow gun, and even your toughest jobs are an absolute breeze. So when you're tired of the ordinary, put FlexTech to the test. Call Austin Hose today.
When you know where you're going, you do what it takes to move forward. For me, that means money in the bank, saving cash. So this is my ride, my granddad's old truck.
Saving is cool again, especially with fantastic rates and free checking at A&B.
Thanks, Pop Pop.
No, it's it's me, the A&B guy. Amarillo National Bank. Amarillo before bank.
We want to help you thrive no matter what stage of life you're in. Your prescription for well-being starts at United Supermarkets, where your neighborhood pharmacists are here to give you the care you need when you need it. From expert consultation to personalized care and all your wellness essentials, and giving you your best shot at prevention with immunizations, we understand that every step towards health is a step towards happiness. So whether you're picking up or we're dropping off, we're here for you.
AMA TechTel is just first rate. We had a flood here last year. We don't have any internet, we don't have any phones, we have nothing. By the time I got from my house to downtown, AMA TechTel already had a crew of men there. I can't imagine doing business without AMA TechTel. They're that important.
Wranglers put together a very impressive first period here at the Budweiser Bull Pen, and because of that, they take a 1-0 lead into the first intermission. As we bring you back to the first intermission report presented by Amarillo National Bank, I'm Guy Chiarenza alongside Ben Salgado. Wranglers almost outshoot the IceRays double to their total, as it is 15-8 in favor of the Wranglers through one period, and they do have the game's first and only goal, as the Wranglers are 1 for 1 on the penalty kill and 0 for 1 on the power play. Lone Wrangler goal coming with 3 minutes left in the first period. It comes off the stick of alternate captain Will Welburn, his 4th of the year. And so, a bit of a wacky sequence. Wranglers think that they've scored off a shot from William Larson. Said it's a double doink to go out of the net and stay out. And then Will Welburn calms everybody's nerves here and puts the puck into the back of the net for the only score of the game to this point, as Welburn gets his 4th of the year from J.S. Pack, who's got his first point as a Wrangler. Same thing for number 18, Maxim Mamanov, as the Wranglers cash in first. And so the Wranglers lead after one period, and in such instances, the Wranglers are 6-5, 1-1. IceRays, when trailing after one, are 4-8, 0-1, and 2 of those wins came against the Wranglers at the American Bank Center on the first weekend of January. So we still got a lot of hockey left to be played, but for the Wranglers, a very solid first period. Leads to a lot of optimism here, as they are the underdog here tonight going against the third-place team in the South Division. And with that, let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard, as we've got 2 big games with major playoff implications going on here tonight. One that doesn't have as strong of implications going on over at NYTEX Sports Center. It's the Lone Star Brahmas hosting the Shreveport Mudbugs, the 2 1-2 seeds in the South at this moment, and they are tied at 1-1. So Bodie Wise has the goal for Shreveport, Owen Kurt, the goal for Lone Star. those two South Division juggernauts battling over there. Over at Greeley Ice House, just getting underway. It's the Ice Wolves and the Grit. Colorado hosting New Mexico. That one has a lot of playoff implications. This is the first of 7 meetings between these two clubs before the end of the regular season. And over at El Paso County Event Center, another game in the Mountain Time Zone just getting started. It's the El Paso Rhinos hosting the Odessa Jackalopes. And again, we'll have to keep an eye on Odessa and Colorado here tonight, as those are two teams that the Wranglers do not want to win. Colorado in the final seed in the South right now in 6th place. Wranglers trying to catch up. We're Ice Wolf fans here tonight. You want the Ice Wolves to win in regulation. And look at this. 1:05 into the first period in Colorado. The Grit take a 1-0 lead. So, go figure. Getting right underway as we speak in El Paso, it's the Rhinos hosting the Jackalopes. Same thing. You want the Rhinos to beat Odessa, who are currently in 7th place ahead of the Wranglers. The Wranglers trying to get a little bit of help here tonight and take care of business themselves here against Corpus Christi. And if they're able to do all that, they'll get closer and closer to the playoff picture. As we bring in Ben Salgado. Ben, what'd you think about that first period from the Wranglers? How'd you like that effort from the boys from the Panhandle?
I was loving how the Wranglers were playing, staying aggressive, getting almost double the amount of shot attempts. So that Corpus Christi got 15-8 on those shot attempts. Goal by Wilburn was huge after that double doink that happened down there. And honestly, I like what Chef Oyster's been putting up for us at the other end. Getting good defensive stops for us, good goaltend. So should have a great second period coming up right here against a good Corpus Christi team. So a lot to look forward to upcoming.
Second period underway as they drop the puck. IceRays wearing red will skate from right to left. Wranglers wearing white. Skate from left to right as you see it on NATV. We'll paint a picture for your mind's eye here on our audio stream. As a glove save is snapped up by Shep Oyster. Taking that was Stepan Kuznetsov for Corpus Christi, 12 seconds into the second period. And Kuznetsov putting together a solid season for the IceRays. 31 points in 40 games. Son of Sergei Kuznetsov, 1998 6th-round draft pick of the Tampa Bay Lightning. So he's got that NHL pedigree in his blood. He's having a great season for the IceRays so far this season. He's going to be one of 3 representatives for the IceRays at Top Prospects next week, alongside Carter Cranky and Cody Kempf. Wranglers representative is Morley Phillips. The shot from the left point is blocked. Hayek from the right point sauces one in on goal to Shep Oyster, who easily steers it away to the far wall. Olislov twisting like a turnstile there. Is able to play it back to Pipe-It-In, who gets it back to Olislov, who frees it from the zone. Conway to Allard to the end wall. And Pipe-It-In gets there first for the Wranglers. He'll dish it to White. Will bang it off the near wall to center ice where Boulanger flags it down. Puts it on goal to Motu. IceRays station behind Motu. As Soderbaum has the puck for Corpus Christi. He's taking his time. He'll emerge, look for a long pass to Kempf. Goes off his stick to the Wrangler goal line where it's collected by J.S. Pack. Evades a hit from Conway as the Wranglers roll the puck out the center, but just out of the reach of the France. So the IceRays will start back up ice again. It's Kempf looking to go wing to wing. Has a man on the run. Brandstrom to the goal. Going around it. Looks to center. Shep Oyster fights it off. And the Wranglers kick it to the far corner. Here's Pelton cycling to the goal. Puts it wide of the crease as it goes to Soderbaum. He put his shot on goal. Sticked away by Shep Oyster. Rebound comes to Welburn. Back up top to Soderbaum. Welburn gloves it down as Soderbaum wanted to dump it deeper. And he pelts it out of the zone. It will be played by Motu. Wranglers get a line change. On comes the Phillips, Miller, and Satterdahl in line, who had a very solid weekend against Oklahoma. As Phillips and Satterdahl both had goals. Miller factoring in on both. As Carter Cranky hauls in a pass on the right wing. Boxed out by Whited. Puck goes to Valdez. Tries to dish it deeper. As Satterdahl gets in the way. Phillips trying to grind his way out the center. Opts to play it back to Whited, who in front of the IceRay bench slides it by the intended target to the far corner of the IceRay zone. Phillips creates a turnover, centers for Satterdahl, and his shot is blocked off the stick of Konevich. Those 3 seem to be at their best when the puck isn't on their stick. Very sturdy on the forecheck. And here goes to work. Phillips in the far corner gets taken down. Puck comes to Konevich. Miller digs it free. Wranglers pillaging and plundering in the far corner, trying to get it back. Phillips fighting against 2 IceRays. Tries to spar it free. But it is Corpus Christi squirming out to center as Cranky gets to the red line, and not much more. As Whited bombs it back in. Wranglers get a partial change as on comes the Wood, Izzati, and Resega line. 3 minutes gone by here in the second period. Waiting behind his own net is Caden Morgan, the former Jackalope. Played in 34 games with Odessa, was acquired via trade. As the IceRays try and come in on the left wing, Wranglers kicking out the center, out the skate of Noah Wood. IceRays from there, pounded on goal where Satterdahl gloves it down and leaves it for Pipenen. On the right wing, has White on the move from the red line, winds it in to the far corner. Resega gets there, looks to center, Wood to the goal, and a pop-up shot is fought off by the blocker of Motu. Rebound in the slot, IceRays skated free. Noah Wood trying to go with another high-riser goal like he did last week. And Motu must have seen the highlight tape because he wasn't fooled. And now we've got a puck played with a high stick at center ice. And so with 16-14 left in the second period, we'll get a whistle. Have not been a lot of whistles so far in tonight's game. Bit of a fast mover, so you think about all the people in attendance. Buy one, get one free here. Buy one, get one free here tonight. A lot of couples in attendance. Might be a quick-moving game. Might be able to pick up dinner before some restaurants close afterwards at the rate we're moving. As it is 8:12 local time. Just a little ways into the second period. Wranglers pelted off the end wall. Puck rolls in on Motu, and he will glove it up and freeze. 3:53 into the second. And so, for Motu, when the Wranglers saw him at the showcase, saw 18 shots, one was a 2-1 Wrangler win. Tonight he's already seen 15. The faceoff will be to his left. Yevshinev will take the draw for the Wranglers and win it. At the line, it's Pack with an assist here tonight. Sauces it around to the near corner for Boulanger. They'll reverse it back the other way. Looking for Olaslov, pass just a touch offline. And the IceRays will handle. Wranglers applying some heat on the forecheck. Corpus Christi able to evade the pressure. Try and come in on the right wing into the Wranglers zone, but they are smothered at the line. And so taking a backhand whack at it was Green. Getting in front was Evshinev, and the two number 19s here tonight will battle. Puck squeaks to Peterman. His shot goes up and off the blocker of Shepoister and wide. Just stuck out the arm to make that save. Puck at the end wall. Grasped by Wellburn. Has Boulanger at the right wing. Quick pass onto the stick of Evshinev. From the right wing, takes a shot. High riser. Snapped up and absorbed by Motu. And frozen with 15:21 left in the second. And again, if you're just joining us here tonight, Wranglers lead 1-0 off of a first period goal from Will Wellburn, his first of the year, assisted by J.S. Pack and Maxim Mamanov. Only 2 penalties so far in tonight's game, one on either side. Both penalty kills 1 for 1 tonight. 3-man officiating crew, led by Mr. Arrigo, Mr. Kin, and Mr. Edling are the 2 linesmen. And Edling will drop the puck on the near circle here at the IceRays zone. Wranglers win it. Shot goes wide of the goal from Larson. And he'll keep it in at the left point. Larson looks to center, goes off a stick to Conway, and he'll take some speed and go in on the left side. Working against White, forced to the corner. Puck rolls off of his stick and the Wranglers control. They try and hammer it out of the zone. Instead, the IceRays keep it in. Puck is volleyed around to the far wall, and in quick motion is Larson. Moving with LaFrance. Larson bounces to the outside. Drop pass for Lupo, and his shot is shouldered away by Motu. Puck goes to the goal line. They'll fight for it in the far corner. Larson has his stick held. No penalty there, and so we'll just head to the bench. Larson has looked very impressive in his first game as a Wrangler. He'll go off as the IceRays ice the puck. 5:20 into the middle frame. Unfortunately for Larson, he took that initial shot that led to the Wellburn goal. Mamanov and Pack touched it before the puck went to Wellburn, so all in all, Larson does not get a point on that play, but you know, if there was ever a tertiary assist, might as well give it to number 9 in white here tonight. Face off on the far circle, Wranglers win it at the line. Wellburn heaves it off the near corner to the far. Angle to Phillips, scoots it behind the goal where it's gathered by Ranstrom. 3 Wranglers there, but they can't wedge the puck away. Errant pass intended for Sinani goes to Welburn. Off the wall, Miller a one-on-one with Morgan. Right side shot, sticked away by Motu. Miller looks to the heavens, lets out a sigh as he has been denied on the Wranglers' 17th shot of the night. 14-17 left in the second period. And the IceRays catch a break there with another big save from Motu. Face off to his left, won by the IceRays. They'll pelt it out the center. Sopush gets stuffed, as does Pelton, and the Wranglers will weasel the puck away, bang it through center ice, and wide of the goal for an icing. Just a hair under 6 minutes into the second period. 5:58 to be exact. Face off to the right of Shepoister. Satterdahlin will take it for the Wranglers. Came over in a trade from Aberdeen, tonight being his 5th game with the Wranglers. He's on a 3-game point streak, 2 goals and 2 assists in that span. Had no points in his first game as a Wrangler, although it's understandable considering he literally hopped off the plane, joined the team for lunch, and then played in that game. And ever since then, he's played a role in getting on the stat sheet for the Wranglers since then. We'll take the face off. IceRays win it. Konevich a long shot wide of the goal. Puck goes to the end wall. Satterdahl's there to meet it. Pushes away Pelton. IceRays trying to stuff it in. 2 shots and a third is stopped by Shepoister. There was Cody Kemp trying to jam it in for the IceRays, and he couldn't do it. Long shot blocked away. Might have gone off the leg of Kemp to the near corner. Shepoister's locked in. To no surprise, 4th consecutive start. Every single one, he has been solid. At the line, Konevich another long try. Goes off a leg to the slot, and they score. Cody Kemp gets redemption. He buries it for the tying goal. And the boys from the Gulf of America have tied it at 1. So, the stellar work of Shepoister not enough. Fortuitous bounce for Cody Kemp. He gets the rebound and the score. And it's a brand new game.
Even though Corpus Christi just answered back, I mean, Shepoister's been one of those guys that's been able to not get that rattled. I mean, we were down like, what, 2-0 last Friday night against, the Warriors. So, it's going to be a back-and-forth game, but, Shepoister's still playing well.
He's put together quite the performance as a deflection goes wide off the stick of Rasega. Goal is Kemp from Konevich and Morgan that has tied the game at 1. So Cody Kemp, who's headed to Top Prospects next week. The turnover here leads to a chance for Kemp, or make that Cranky. Goes wide of the goal. Gets the goal, and now a centering feed, and point-blank Shepoister makes another save, and the IceRays are buzzing here. Wranglers trying to get some sort of momentum back. They will gather the puck and pipe it in, will wait behind Shepoister. With 12:30 left in the second period. Shot count is now 17-15 in favor of the Wranglers as they ice the puck here with 12:23 left in the period. So as I was trying to say before the IceRays so rudely put together very solid sequence off a couple of turnovers to try and take a 2-1 lead. The goal does belong to Cody Kemp. It is his 14th goal of the season as he's going to Top Prospects next week. Assisted by Konevich, who has his 13th point of the year and his 10th assist. And Caden Morgan, the former Jackalope, has point number 17 of the year. And his first point as an IceRay. Wranglers trying to answer the bell and take the lead again. Piping in from the red line, hurls it in. Off the end wall it goes. Ranstrom up to center. And on the wing is Gerhard. From the left side to the middle. Streaking in was Reardon. Hits the pad of Shepoister and goes to the near corner. Gerhard, the former Wrangler, has it picked away by Evshinev. Wranglers try and chip it out the center. IceRays flag it down. Puck stays in the Wranglers zone. Shepoister peels it off the end wall. Has Whited being pressured by Reardon. IceRays being very aggressive here on the forecheck, almost creating another turnover. Wranglers hang on this time as Boulanger gets to center and rifles it into the far corner of the IceRays zone. From there, Stepan Kuznetsov flings it through center and all the way down for an icing against Corpus Christi with 11:28 left in the second. But the alarming thing for the Wranglers here in the second period, IceRays have outshot them 8-2 here in the middle frame. Face off to the right of Motu. Wranglers win it. Long shot by Pack. Hauled in by Motu. And that'll send us to our first timeout of the second period. With 11:20 to go, the IceRays have tied it with a goal from Cody Kemp. It's 1-1 when we return. This is the Wranglers Hockey Network on NATV and YouTube.
When you know where you're going, you do what it takes to move forward. For me, that means money in the bank. Saving cash. So this is my ride. My granddad's old truck.
Saving is cool again, especially with fantastic rates and free checking at A&B.
Thanks, Pop Pop.
No, it's it's me, the A&B guy. Amarillo National Bank. Amarillo before bank.
We want to help you thrive no matter what stage of life you're in. Your prescription for well-being starts at United Supermarkets, where your neighborhood pharmacists are here to give you the care you need when you need it. From expert consultation to personalized care and all your wellness essentials, and giving you your best shot at prevention with immunizations, we understand that every step towards health is a step towards happiness. So whether you're picking up or we're dropping off, we're here for you.
Wranglers Hockey is brought to you by Sonic, America's Drive-In, and Smoke Wagon Beer Balm, America's original 2-in-1 beard balm made locally in Amarillo, Texas. And speaking of Smoke Wagon Beard Balm, they are the sponsor for First Responders Night tomorrow night, and as Tommy T said, not a lot of tickets left for that one. All first responders get in free. It's looking like it's a sellout, so make sure you get your tickets at panhandletickets.com before they are all out. That game being tomorrow at 7:15 Central. We'll have it all for you here on NATV as well. Wranglers win a no zone face-off. Pack from the neutral zone. Pounds it to the near corner where it's grabbed by the IceRays. Out to center it goes. Wellborn gets it at the red line. Tries to push the narrative further. Instead, Corpus Christi's got the puck back, but LaFrance on the forecheck. Being a thorn in the IceRays side. Trying to get a turnover, but instead IceRays go up ice as the puck leaps off the stick of Pack into the Corpus Christi bench with 10:54 left in the middle frame. Face-off will be to the left of Shepoister. Cole Satterdahl will take this face-off for the Wranglers. Out there with Miller and Phillips. Wranglers trying to regain the lead here in the second period as they win the defensive zone draw. The Wranglers have scored second period goals in 4 straight games. Looking to continue that trend here tonight as they work their way into the Corpus Christi zone. Puck pops up to the near wing, and on the move is Troy Pelton. Deking his way along the left wing, gets to the corner. White throws a check on number 9 in red. Tries to wedge the puck away. Sobush gets it up top. Holding there is Morgan for a shot out in front. The rebound on the loose. Shepoister makes 2 quick saves and freezes with 10:25 left in the second. Oh boy, Shepoister's really been dialed in here tonight.
I was about to say, yeah, he's been locked in so far for sure. For sure.
And Ben, you mentioned it earlier in the night. Seems like nothing phases him.
No.
Doesn't ever seem to get rattled. And it's to no surprise that the IceRays have been pounding the puck here in the second period, and he's held firm.
I mean, the IceRays have got way more shots up so far than the Wranglers, but hasn't faced Shepoister one bit. So
IceRays out shooting the Wranglers 9-3 here in the second period as they lob it out to center. Pass intended for Azadi. Allard gets in front of the puck. Oh, drives it back into the Wrangler zone. And a nice sidestep from Pipinen sends Wood into motion. Rasega moving in tandem, takes in a pass, trying to return it to Wood. The IceRays get in front. And so waiting behind Motu is Allard. As the IceRays, who have now tied the shot count at 18, will roll out to the left wing. Zanani to the neutral zone. Errant pass goes off a stick. Azadi tries to drive in. On the right wing, puck on the loose. Zanani's got it back. Trying to feed a man in the middle, and Conway. Wranglers try and take the puck away. Conway sidesteps a man and has Kuznetsov at center circle. Drop pass, Zanani back to the left wing. Getting a stick in front was Rasega. And out it goes to center. 9:30 left in the second period. Kuznetsov back in on the left wing. Nice move to Zanani. Centers for Kuznetsov. Intercepted by Wood. Has Azadi the other way. He'll go up ice for a shot. That's kicked away by the right pad of Motu. Wranglers trying to make a line change here as they push the narrative. Got to be careful. Don't want to take a too many men penalty. Puck rolls back behind Motu, and waiting behind the cage is Ranstrom. Floats it up ahead for Conway. Moving in stride with Soderbaum. They'll pitch it behind the Wrangler netminder, where Wellborn will keep it on its way to the neutral zone. Pass just a touch off for Boulanger. IceRays take it and go up ice. From the red line, they wind it in. Off the end wall to J.S. Pack. Reverses it back to the near corner. Valdez looks to create a turnover after getting tangled up with Wellborn. Joining the play is Evshignev as the puck hops at the goal line. Like a frog on a pond, the puck makes its way to the far corner. Up top, it's Konevich. Right point shot kicked away by Evshignev. Nice pass from Lupo between the legs. Has Boulanger moving into action. On the right wing, taps it to Motu, who keeps play moving. Wranglers get a line change in. As on comes LaFrance and Larson. Kunevich, D to D, as the IceRays try and snake their way. And at center circle, it's Michael Valdez. Valdez comes barreling down the right wing, stops beneath the circle in the corner. Sauces it over to the near corner for Cody Kempf. Make that card tie sticked, and the IceRays are going to the power play. I believe it was Larson that committed. We'll see how long he'll sit for, as to whether it'll be just a minor or a double minor. We'll get the official word on that in just a moment. For William Larson, welcome to the club. Gets his first 2 penalty minutes as a Wrangler. And the IceRays go to their second power play of the night. 7:50 left in the second period. They will try and take a lead here as we're tied 1-1. IceRays have it out the face-off. One-timer from Sobush is shanked. Puck goes to the far corner. Pipinen's there for the Wranglers. Working out there with White, Boulanger, and Phillips to start the penalty kill. Corpus Christi moves it from low to high. Soderbaum to Sobush. Pass to the left wing. Too hot to handle. As Kempf couldn't haul it in. Kempf with a lone Corpus Christi goal here tonight as Phillips stands up Soderbaum at the IceRay blue line. There's no fooling around with Morley Phillips. He lays down the law. IceRays come in on the right side. Try and feed it to the left. Errant pass onto the stick of White. 2 tries, can't get it out of the zone. Held in by Valdez. On the left wing, tries to get it to Pelton. White there to make a defensive play, and Phillips will sail it out for a clear. 1:05 left in the IceRay power play. Puck goes off the skate of Conway to Miller at center circle. Nice move, and he's on the run. Breakaway for Miller, shorthanded save made by Motu. But a penalty here. 52 seconds left on the penalty to Larson. And it looks like the hard work of Jacob Miller is going to pay off. As the IceRays commit a penalty there. And going to the box is Cooper Conway. So for the next 52 seconds, we'll go 4-on-4 against Conway. That sends us to the 4-on-4. Wranglers this season, when playing at 4-on-4 action, have scored 3 goals in such instances, hoping to add a 4th to their season total and retake the lead with 6:41 left in the second period. Yevshinyev, Oleslov, Pipinen, and White are the 4 for the Wranglers. It's off the face-off win from Yevshinyev. Oleslov will rip it over the goal and out of play. So we'll get another face-off here to the right. This is the IceRays' first trip to Amarillo since September 30th of 2023. That was opening weekend of last season. And that game was some spectacle to watch. White dishes it below the goal line, looking for Oleslov. He was tangled up there. Puck up for grabs as Oleslov tries to fend off 2 IceRays. Puck is weaseled away by Kuznetsov, and he streaks up. Some separation for a shot that goes off the mask of Shepoister. Hey, you stop him any which way you can, right? As Carter Cranky comes in on the left side, going around the net, met by Pipinen behind the goal. Cranky forced to sauce it to the left wing for Morgan. Caden Morgan to the right wing on his forehand, stops at the point, and walks the line. He'll take a shot from there, looking for a deflection from Cranky, but it's absorbed fully by Shepoister. With just 3 seconds left on the 4-on-4, and then the Wranglers will have 1:09 worth of power play time. And the shot count is even at 20 apiece, as it is 1-all at the bullpen.
Both teams are getting their shots up so far. We're at 20 apiece, so.
You think about all-time classics between these two clubs. We've had plenty of them. Going back to that September 30th game of 2023, that was an 8-5 final, 3-1 lead. Corpus tried it. Wranglers led 4-3. Then the IceRays led 5-4. Wranglers tied it at 5 apiece for 2 periods, and then 3 third-period goals from the IceRays helped them to victory. Just 5 players on either side are remaining from that game. The 2 for the Wranglers, Miller and Phillips. The IceRays, Biederman, Kuznetsov, and Sobush. That was the last time the IceRays came to the Texas Panhandle. Now on the penalty kill, we'll lob it to Shepoister as the Wranglers try and get a goal on the power play, although a turnover here almost goes bad. Wellborn gets back in time, as does Shepoister. There's some miscommunication behind the goal. Shepoister was trying to play it. Almost led to a goal for Billy Biederman, who did have a goal in that game the last time the IceRays came to Amarillo. So it'll be a face-off to the left of Shepoister. Certainly not the way the Wranglers thought that they would start their power play, which is abbreviated here. Technically, it's their second chance at the game, as Satterdahlin will scoop it off his own goal line and start the next breakout for the Wranglers. It's Satterdahlin, Yevshinyev, Pack, Larson, and Phillips, the 5 for the Wranglers here in the man advantage. As Pack at the line, drifts towards his left, and now darts to his right. Drops it off for Satterdahlin, cruising net for Phillips. On his back end, gets it to the right circle for a shot! That's fought off by Motu and held onto with 26 seconds left on the power play. Kirill Yevshinyev trying to break the tie with 5:07 left in the second. But with the stop from Motu, we stay deadlocked at 1. Just a reminder that coming up next on the Wranglers Hockey Network at the end of the second period is the second intermission report presented by Amarillo National Bank. We'll recap the first 2 periods and look ahead to period 3. As Pack dishes to the right wing for Yevshinyev. Back to Pack at the line. Drifts towards his right, passes to his left. Long shot, deflection out in front, and a stuff attempt from Phillips goes wide. Satterdahlin has the rebound in the far corner, being pressured. It's a pop fly, tries to glove it down. 6 seconds left on the power play. The IceRays bomb it down, and that will do it for the man advantage. And we stay tied at 1. Phillips just about a foot away from making it a 2-1 game. Instead, we stay at a 1-1 tie as the Wranglers truck it down to the end wall. Delayed penalty here against the Wranglers. Motu to the bench. IceRays taking flight. Long shot by Watson. Goes off the stick and out of play. And so, it's Corpus Christi going back to the power play with 4:21 left in the second period. And the guilty Wrangler is Anthony White. Slashing is the call. So the IceRays will have their third power play of the night. Their second was abbreviated because of the penalty from Conway. And so, bit of back and forth action here on the man advantage. The bottom half of the second period, it's the IceRays with the extra man. We'll see if they can convert. Face off to the right of Shep Oyster. Penalty killers for the Wranglers are Phillips, Wellburn, Boulanger, and Pack. And Wellburn tries to heave it out. Extra oomph from Boulanger. Gets it to center ice. Wellburn will sail it down to Motu. Puck thuds off of his pads to Soderbaum, who will start the breakout for Corpus Christi. IceRays on the left wing, 0 for 12 on the power play in their last 2 games coming into tonight. So far 0 for 2. Wranglers get it up ahead. Boulanger shorthanded, trying to find a trailer. Doesn't have one. He does shave off some time as the IceRays rip the puck back into their own hands. Soderbaum, right down the middle, drops it off for Sobush. He'll skate on in. Sobush to the left circle, rotates back up to the point. Dishes to the right for Soderbaum. Has trouble gathering it from there. Passes to the right wing by Pelton. And Wellburn tries to bang it out. Kept in by Kuznetsov. Comes back to Wellburn near corner. And this time he skies it all the way down to Motu for another Wrangler clear. 55 seconds left. 3:08 left in the second period. Here come the IceRays. 43 seconds left on their power play. Conway darts down the right wing. On his backhand, looks to center. Puck goes off a skate and wide. From the end wall, Wranglers try and chuck it out. It's held in by Conway. Floats it to the left point. Ranstrom's got it there. Back to Conway. They'll play catch. Ranstrom, top of the left circle for Kuznetsov. They'll trade places. Back to Ranstrom. Below the circle, cross ice pass. White, it got a stick on it as it rolls over to Conway. Pass it back at the goal line. Conway gets it. Tries to move from low to high for Kuznetsov. Back to the left wing, centering out in front, and the Wranglers break it up. Whited was there. 2 seconds left on the power play. Ranstrom, a shot, stopped by Shep Oyster. And the penalty expires. The Wranglers have done it again. They're 3 for 3 on the penalty kill tonight. Gerhardt back across, IceRays out in front, and they score. Shep Oyster made the initial save, but Conway pots it on the rebound with 2:09 left in the second one. It might have been Carter Cranky that got it in. We'll see what the official word is. It is Cranky. And so, the IceRays, with back-to-back goals here in the second period, have now taken a 2-1 lead as the Wranglers now playing from behind for the first time tonight. And Pack takes a check up high from Konevich, pops back up to his feet. As the Wranglers are trying to respond to the Cranky goal. Reared in over the red line. Flips it into Wrangler territory. IceRays center from the end wall. Wranglers break it up. It's Noah Wood making the play there. Puck rolls in on Shep Oyster, who makes a glove stop with 1:46 left in the second. We'll see a face-off coming up here in the Wranglers zone. The shot count now here in the second period, 15-10 in favor of the IceRays. Wranglers have put some shots on goal here in the middle frame, but much like we saw in Corpus Christi early in January, IceRays have been the better team here in the second period. As face off to the right of Shep Oyster. Won by the IceRays, long shot to Burn. Tries to hack it out of his own zone. Olislov fishes it off the wall for IceRays. As Corpus Christi chip it back out the center for Biederman. Has a man up ahead and reared in, hauls it in, right side shot, save made by Shep Oyster, and the rebound goes behind the net. IceRays again trying to stuff it in. Shep Oyster standing firm. Wranglers have the loose puck on the left wing. White starts the charge. Anthony. Wranglers break it up. Back to Hayek behind the cage. The right point, Wellburn a shot, it's blocked by Allard. IceRays jam it through center. Cranky picks it up at the end wall. Shoved away by Pack. Wellburn helping out. IceRays keep it in. Diving is Allard. And now the Wranglers with strength poke it out to center ice. Miller from the right wing. pitches it to the end wall. Wranglers get a partial change in, as on comes White for Wellborn. Tail end of the period, 10 seconds left. Puck clambers in on Shep Oyster, and he'll freeze with 8.3 to go in the middle period. So, Wranglers are the better team in the first. They had the lead through one period here at the bullpen. IceRays the better team in the second period here, and it looks like they will lead through two. As the faceoff will be in the Wranglers zone to the left of Shep Oyster. Pelton will take it against Noah Wood. Noah Wood put on quite the show last weekend. Had 2 goals and 1 assist in the 2 games against Oklahoma. Cody Kemp now comes in to take the face-off instead of Pelton. Kemp tried to fire it on goal. He rips it high and wide, and so with 4.9 off. Took 2 chances at it. First one was blocked. The second is a rocket out of play, and so get another whistle here. Looks like this time it'll be Wood against Pelton, barring any changes. And they're tying up off the draw, and that is all for the second period. So the IceRays take a 2-1 lead heading into the locker room. Wranglers looking for a response in the third. Shot count is tied up at 25 through 2, although the IceRays do outshoot the Wranglers 17-10 in the middle frame. Wranglers looking for a response in the third. We'll talk about what they need to do to get that response and get back on the board to tie it and win against the IceRays. Wranglers have been resilient this season, and their 3-game win streak, they have come back to win from being behind in all of them. Tonight, if they're going to want to win, the story will have to remain the same. More on that on the second intermission report presented by Amarillo National Bank. Also take a peek at that very important out-of-town scoreboard, as we'll be back in just a few moments. But first, a word from our local sponsors, as this is the Wranglers Hockey Network on NATV and YouTube.
Down to Hooters, have a drink, catch the game, get yourself some awesome wings. Mr. Play down to Hooters. Here she comes, the girl next door, hanging with good you waiting for. You gotta get down to Hooters, so get on up and get on down to Hooters.
Work. It means getting up early and getting on the road. Perseverance and grit. You always get the job done. That's why at UniFirst, we provide the uniforms and services you need to work harder, smarter, and safer. We always deliver. Because you always deliver.
Your ordinary jobs deserve extraordinary quality. Skip the big box and save with FlexTech and Austin Hose. With crush-resistant fittings and superior resistance to abrasion, weather, ozone, and oil, FlexTech water hoses provide outstanding strength at a value that washes the competition away. And be sure to make those ordinary jobs that much easier with our vast selection of Quick Connect fittings. And now, take simplicity one step further with the Dixon Constant Flow Nozzle. Simply twist the nozzle head to adjust from a wide to long spray pattern to tackle any job. And it's internally sealed for easy installation, leak-free handling, and true water shutoff. Rated up to 300 PSI, FlexTech air hoses provide the durability and cost efficiency of PVC with a look and feel that simulates the flexibility of a traditional rubber hose. Pair your FlexTech air hose with the Milton blowgun, and even your toughest jobs are an absolute breeze. So when you're tired of the ordinary, call Austin Hose today.
When you know where you're going, you do what it takes to move forward. For me, that means money in the bank. Saving cash. So this is my ride. My granddad's old
Rates and free checking at A&B.
Thanks, Pop Pop.
No, it's it's me, the A&B guy. Amarillo National Bank. Amarillo before bank.
We want to help you thrive no matter what stage of life you're in. Your prescription for well-being starts at United Supermarkets, where your neighborhood pharmacists are here to give you the care you need when you need it. From expert consultation to personalized care and all your wellness to prevention with immunizations, we understand that every step towards health is a step towards happiness. So whether you're picking up or we're dropping off, we're here for you.
AMA Techtel is just first rate. We had a flood here last year. We don't have any internet, we don't have any phones, we have nothing. By the time I got from my house to downtown, AMA Techtel already had a crew of men there. I can't imagine doing business without AMA Techtel.
The second intermission report presented by Amarillo National Bank. I'm Guy Chiarenza alongside Ben Salgado, and the IceRays lead it 2-1 through 2 periods of play here at the Budweiser Bull Pen. As it's been a back-and-forth game, not a whole lot of scoring, but very fun game nonetheless. Wranglers seemed to dominate in the first period, as in period number 1, they ended with a 1-0 lead and outshot the IceRays 15. The lone goal of the first period and the lone Wrangler goal of the night was Will Welburn with 3 minutes left in the opening frame, assisted by J.S. Pack and Maxim Mamanov, as they both get their first points as Wranglers on Welburn's 4th of the season. And it was looking good for the Wranglers. Through 1 period of play, they outshot the IceRays almost doubled up on them, 15-8. Things were looking good. And then you get to the second period. And same Chips of the Season series that happened in Corpus Christi on January 3rd and 4th. Comes creeping back in here tonight, as the Wranglers played a very good first period in both of those games, ended up losing both of them, and second period definitely belonged to the IceRays here tonight, as Corpus Christi outshoots the Wranglers 17-10 in the second period, and they outscore them as well too to take a 2-1 lead with 2 quick strikes in the second period. So first one coming about midway through, 13:21 left on the clock. It is scored by Cody Kempf to make it a 1-1 time, assisted by Konevich and Morgan. And that is followed up by a goal with 2:09 left in the second period, so just about 10 minutes, and make that 11 minutes. After the first goal, IceRays on the tail end of a power play, putting the puck on goal. Power play expires, but the IceRays take that momentum to get the next goal, as still putting pressures. The puck was still in the zone after the power play had expired. IceRays move the puck around, get Shep Oyster moving. It's a cross-ice pass that Shep Oyster initially saved. Threw out his left arm, moving from right to left to make the initial save, but the rebound came to Carter Krinke, and he did not miss on the second attempt. He buries it for the go-ahead goal, assisted by Ranstrom, and one lead through 2. And the shot count is now even at 25 apiece. So if you think about the first period being dominated by the Wranglers, second period certainly belonging to the IceRays, it really feels like in tonight's game, whoever wins the third period is going to win the game here tonight. And for the Wranglers, the good news is that they put together some very strong third periods over their last handful of games. In fact, the Wranglers have third period goals in 5 straight games, and they have gone 3-2 over that stretch. So you think about the Wranglers heading into the third period here, you can't think that Corey Wotek, Wranglers head coach, is too happy about the way that second period went, especially considering how well the Wranglers played in the first period. The second period was stark in contrast to what we saw in the first period, as in period 1, Amarillo seemed to be buzzing. They seemed to be doing all the right things. A lot of the play was in the IceRays zone. Well, in period 2, pretty much everything we just said that was in favor of the Wranglers in the first period was in favor of the IceRays in the second period, as Corpus Christi was just buzzing around. They get a couple cracks at it, and I really thought that Shep Oyster has played phenomenally so far here tonight, but really there's only so much he can do. When a lot of the play is in your own end, guys get tired, gives Corpus Christi some opportunities. Shep Oyster moving from right to left, he just wasn't going to be able to get all of those, as Corpus Christi made some really, really good plays to get Shep Oyster moving so far here tonight, but there's just a couple of shots that no goalie can stop, and that's just the case so far here tonight. So I think the Wranglers here in the third period are going to lean heavily on Shep Oyster here. They're going to need him to continue to be on his A game here in the third period if they want a chance to win, but it really feels like the Wranglers need to play a little bit better defensively in the third period, make sure that Corpus Christi doesn't take a single period, and if the Wranglers can get back to the form that they had in the first period, I think they really do have a chance to win this game. But again, it really feels like whoever is able to put together the better performance here in the third period is going to win the game. And speaking of winning the game here tonight. The Wranglers with a win would get 2 more points. They get back up to 38 points on the season. And, tossing aside the impending results of Colorado and Odessa's games, that would put them 3 points out of the playoff picture. So with that, let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard and see what's going on around the rest of the league, as we do have important games going on involving the Jackalopes and the Grip. First, we'll start over at NYTEX Sports Center, where the Shreveport Mudbugs, the second-place team of the division, have a 3-2 lead over the Lone Star Brahmas. Through about halfway of the game, 7:44 left in the second period. Mudbugs with the lead there. And then the big ones at El Paso County Event Center. Wranglers getting some help from the Rhinos right now. El Paso leads at 2-1 over the Jackalopes, with goals from A.J. Reed and Seth Rakoski. An Odessa goal coming from Cohen Belsterling, as tonight, Wrangler fans are Rhino fans. You don't want the Jackalopes to win so the Wranglers can catch up. The Wranglers win tonight and the Jackalopes lose in regulation. They're both tied for 7th place in the division. And if Colorado loses to New Mexico, then the Wranglers are just 3 points out of the final spot in the playoff race. But right now, Colorado does have a 1-0 lead off a goal scored 1:05 into the first period from William Johnson over the visiting New Mexico Ice Wolves. So tonight, your Rhino fans and your Ice Wolf fans, Rhinos holding up their end of the bargain. Ice Wolves, not so much. A lot of hockey left to be played, though, as those games are being played in the Mountain Time Zone. So those games are both in the first intermission. Meanwhile, we're here in the second intermission. And with that, we'll bring in Ben Salgado. Ben, you think about the contrast between these two periods here at the bullpen. First period belonged to the Wranglers. Second period belonged to the IceRays. What did you see that was different from the Wranglers from the first period to the second period here tonight, just from your vantage point?
Well, the defense was phenomenal in that first period. And in the second period, I'm not saying they looked like they were gassed or something, but, they were in their end of the court. It felt like the whole period almost. Yep. And, Chef Oyster, you kind of hit it on the head with, he's been playing phenomenal, but there's only so much a goalie can actually, prevent from happening. And, it's really just going to have to come down to this third period for the Wranglers. If you could copy and pick period, I think they come out with the win. And also, you got to look at the shot count. It was 15 to 8?
Yeah, 15 to 8 after one period.
And now we're all tied up at 25-25. So the momentum really has gone to Corpus Christi, but I do expect the Wranglers to respond like they have in the past 5 games. So we'll see what happens.
Most shots allowed in a period for the Wranglers is 21. So the IceRays, with 17 shots on goal in the second period, come just 4 shy of that. But it really feels like in this game, the Wranglers do have a solid chance to come back. We've seen them be very resilient over the last couple of weeks. They put together this 3-game win streak. And you look at some guys in the lineup that are going to need to step up here in the third period if the Wranglers want to win. It really feels like Shep Oyster's done his part. I would say that a lot of those 17 shots in the second period for the IceRays were quality chances.
They were.
It's not like they were just shots from the outside that easily poked away. I did feel like a lot of those were good scoring chances for Corpus Christi that Shep Oyster was able to stop. But you think you look at some guys in the lineup that you say, hey, maybe that's a guy that's going to get the Wranglers the tying goal here in the second period, is where Alexander Oleslov is going to shine. I think that line of Oleslov, Evshinev, and Boulanger, I think these are 3 guys that really shine in these kind of games. Oleslov had the game winner on Saturday night against Oklahoma. Feels like one of those games where it's just going to be one of those goals where maybe it's just you stuff it in front of the crease, or maybe it's a deflection out in front. Yep. That's the kind of goal you're going to get from Oleslov. That's the kind of goal that you're going to get from guys like Noah Wood, Jacob Miller, who's had a couple of really good chances so far here tonight and seemingly been snake-bitten all night. I think this is a night where you get a goal from a guy like Jacob Miller, Oleslov, maybe another goal from a defenseman here, and that's how you tie this game. But I thought that the Wranglers really had the right memo coming into tonight's game, just putting pucks on goal.
Yeah.
And it really felt like they got away from that in the second period, kind of climbed back into it. They did have tier, but it really felt like Corpus Christi was just hammering it on goal throughout the course of the period. Wranglers got there in spurts, but in the first period it was just constant from the Wranglers. And I think if they can get back to that, style of game where they're barraging Motu with a bunch of shots, I feel like one of those has got to go in, especially if you get those big bodies out in front like Wood, Miller, Satterdalen. I think if that's what the Wranglers do here in the third period and they really pressure Corpus Christi, I like their chances at coming back here in tonight's game.
I know the Wranglers are at 25 shots right now. I think if they can get up to like 40, 41, 42 at the end of the game, they're coming out with the win. I guarantee it.
There'll be a lot of shots in the third period, but it's not out of the question. Considering the way they played in the first period, that's not out of the question. But I do feel like Corpus Christi tightened up in the second period. They made it a little bit different and difficult for the Wranglers.
Yep.
But if the Wranglers are able to change the formula here in the third period, make some in-game adjustments in the intermission, I think that they're going to come out firing here in the third period. So I'm excited to see what the first 5 minutes of the period hold for the Wranglers they play with. What kind of passion do they come out with? And I think if you see that kind of impact in the first 5 minutes where the Wranglers are playing to tie, they're not sitting back, they're playing right then to tie it right out of the gate, I think that sets the tempo for the rest of the period, and I think that sets the standard for the Wranglers here moving forward as they look to tie the game.
Yeah, you got to come out hot. You got to come out hot. You got to come out. I mean, you got to come out hot because you're not trying to take the lead. You're trying to just tie the game right now.
Yeah.
And you know what you said about them only being 3 points out of the playoff picture. I mean, I'm not saying
if they win here tonight, and a couple things go their way, just 3 points out.
It's not a must-win, but it would definitely help their chances of making it in for 100%.
We'll see what the third period has in store. That'll do it for the second intermission presented by Amarillo National Bank. IceRays lead it 2-1 through 2. Shot count is tied at 25. We'll see if the Wranglers can rally back in the third and tie this up at 2. We'll be back in just a moment, but first a word from our local sponsors. This has been the second intermission report presented by Amarillo National Bank.
Your ordinary jobs deserve extraordinary quality. Skip the big box and save with FlexTech and Austin Hose. With crush-resistant fittings and superior resistance to abrasion, weather, ozone, and oil, FlexTech water hoses provide outstanding strength at a value that washes the competition away. And be sure to make those ordinary jobs that much easier with our vast selection of Quick Connect fittings. And now, take simplicity one step further with the Dixon Constant Flow Nozzle. Simply twist the nozzle head to adjust from a wide to long spray pattern to tackle any job. And it's internally sealed for easy installation, leak-free handling, and true water shutoff. Rated up to 300 PSI, FlexTech air hoses provide the durability and cost efficiency of PVC with a look and feel that simulates the flexibility of a traditional rubber hose. Pair your FlexTech air hose with the Milton blow gun, and even your toughest jobs are an absolute breeze. So when you're tired of the ordinary, put FlexTech to the test. Call Austin Hose today.
We're getting set for an exciting third period here at the Budweiser Bull Pen. Wranglers trailing by 1, trying to mount their 4th straight comeback to try and win. Corpus Christi, the third-place team in the South Division. Very formidable opponent this season. And it seems like they've had their way when leading after 2. IceRays are 15-1-1 in such instances. Wranglers, when trailing after 2, are 1-18-0-2, but hey, you can never count them out, especially with a crowd like this here on home ice. This is the place to do it. This is the time to do it. It's a much different Wranglers team than what we've seen throughout the first handful of months of the season. Almost feels like a brand new group here. They'll try and figure it out and get it done as the third period awaits. Wranglers wearing white with blue numbers and professional red trim will skate from right to left here in the third period. IceRays wearing a red jersey with white numbers and white accents will skate from left to right here in the final frame of regulation. The Wranglers trying to find a way to climb back in, something that they've done time and time again. It's a one-goal game right now, and these kind of games seem to be the Wranglers' forte. They can keep it close towards the end. Statistically, that favors them. Odds would say that they win these styles of games, as the Wranglers in one-goal games this season are 8-2-1-3. And on home ice, 3-1-1-2. So this seems to be their bread and butter, right down to the ends. The Wranglers are certainly going to put up a fight. We'll see what Corpus Christi responds with here, knowing that the Wranglers are going to come out hot here in the third period.
And I think kind of like what you said, this first 5 minutes of this third period is going to be very telling on what we're going to see the final outcome of the game be like.
Starting the third period for the Wranglers, Yevshunev, Olislov, Boulanger, Welburn, and Pack. As Amarillo looks to tie this one up. Puck is dropped, third period's underway. As the Wranglers, off the opening face-off, set it into the IceRays zone. Puck will roll around to the near half wall where Hayek will spit it back below the goal line for Allard. Waiting behind his own net is Hayek. Fans urging him to move along. So he does. On the right wing, hits Allard on move. And he will scoot it into Wrangler territory for an icing 31 seconds into the third period. So back we go down near Motu, who has been an impressive pickup for the IceRays. They acquired him just about a couple days or so before the trade deadline, which was on February 6th. And he seems to be the answer in net. As Waylon Esch and Nikita Volsky, two goaltenders that the IceRays have lost this season. Now the tandem is Brizgalov and Motu. Puck goes out of play at center ice. 39 seconds into the period, so we start with a couple of quick whistles here in the third. And so the suspense only grows. It'll be a face-off at center circle. Satterdahlin will take it against Pelton. Satterdahlin the victor. And the Wranglers will brush it to the left wing and into IceRay territory. Corpus Christi, is able to roll out the center ice, lift it into the Wranglers zone where Pack is able to move her around two IceRays and pedal it down. No icing. And as out to center ice they go. Sobush will whack it between the Wrangler circles where Pipinen will field it. Heikki Pipinen trying to sidestep Sobush. Puck goes into the referee. Sobush has got it. Tries to take a shot from the line. It's blocked by Satterdahlin. IceRays drive it deeper. And the Wranglers in response will slither out to center ice where Phillips has rubbed off the puck and Pelton will turn back up ice. From the red line, wires it to the near corner. Pipinen again handling for the Wranglers. Off the end wall locates Anthony White. Connects with the France at the blue line and has Larson on the move. Larson into action, drops it back for Lupo. Lupo thumps it around to the far corner. Racing after it is LaFrance. Getting there first is Gerhard. Puck squeaks over to LaFrance at the right point. Moves it across for Pack. A move from high to low and all the way around. Back to the far corner. LaFrance is there with Lupo. Morgan is able to whistle it out of the corner to center ice as the IceRays escape their zone. Morgan from the red line. Slings it to the near corner. Welburn looks to go D to D for Pack, but he is bottled up by Reardon, and taking it in stride is Nova Wood. And on comes the Azadi, Wood, and Resega line. As from center ice, the IceRays will whack it in on goal. Look to center. The puck was kicked over to the far corner, and out to the neutral zone goes Resega. Grinding down the right wing, stops at the half wall. Looks to center, goes into the glove of Wood. From the right circle, Wood tries to shoot. Defensive play by Cranky, rubbed him off the puck. Wood's got it back, right corner, looks to center, off the pad of Motu, up high, piping in a drive. And Motu sprawls across to make the save. From the left circle, Azadi to the right wing looking for White, couldn't flag the pass down. Puck escapes the zone, and the IceRays, 3 minutes into the third period, will get a line change. Wranglers zip it down, no icing. Azadi trying to scramble to it. And his first goal as a Wrangler in Saturday's game. Olislov can't keep it in at the blue line as the IceRays are able to muscle out the center. Watson down the right wing, grinding to the goal line. Lifts it to Valdez in the left corner. Puck is peeled away by Boulanger, and he takes flight. Down the right wing, Jake Boulanger evades a hit, tries to keep the puck moving. A stick by Soderbaum gets in the way, and the IceRays have possession. They'll twist it over to the near wall for Cranky with a goal tonight. Up ahead has Watson, who turns it over to Welburn at center circle. They'll gain the red line and IceRay blue. Flip it on goal for a blocker save by Motu. Rebound goes to the near corner. Olislov tries to steal it away. Puck is pushed over to the far corner. Yevshunev looks to leave for Phillips. Gets tied up from there. Puck is spurted through center ice and all the way down to Wrangler territory. No icing there as it is gathered by Anthony White. The former hat trick deals it to the left wing for Pipinen. Boxed out by Kuznetsov. The IceRay forces a turnover. Conway, right circle, looks to go across. It's blocked and intercepted by Satterdalen. He'll shuffle his way to the far wall where Phillips will jolt it through center ice and send a man down to the ice. It's Caden Morgan in the same process. As from the red line, Satterdalen is met by an IceRay. So the Wranglers revert back to their own blue line and chip it in on the right wing. Puck bumbles over to the near corner. Wranglers taken down. That's Phillips. We stay 5-on-5. Puck through the neutral zone. Wide of Shephoister. That'll be an icing on the IceRays with 15:18 left in the third. Still a 2-1 game. Shots are 27-26 in favor of the Wranglers. They outshoot the IceRays 2-1 to this point here in the third. But it feels like I've done a lot of talking and not a whole lot has happened here in the third. Been a bit of a quiet third period on both sides to start. Wranglers hoping to change that. They send on the money line. Wood, Izzati, and Rasega. The trio, Wellburn and Pack on the blue line. As Wood wins it to Wellburn. Has the lone Wrangler goal tonight. Puck is shuffled from corner to corner to the near side. Kuznetsov tries to go around the forecheck of Rasega. Just barely does so for Morgan, waiting back behind Motu. We'll get a lay of the land and see what unfolds. IceRays fake the end around, try and hit Kuznetsov at center. Puck rolls to Pack, who elevates it to the near corner of the IceRays zone. Corpus Christi delivers it to the far corner. Try and bang it out. It's held in by Wood. Gets a glove on it. Second chance for the IceRays is zipped back into Wrangler territory. Pack up ahead off the stick of Rasega. Tries to fight towards the goal. Puck between the circles. Shot by Izzati's blocked by Sinani. Two Wranglers collide at center ice. And on the right wing gets a shot from Sobush that just goes wide. Momentum carries the puck out to center. Hayek comes barreling in. Drop pass on time. Dirty dangle. Kuznetsov a shot. Ping pongs to the crease and wide of the goal. Sobush has it from the far corner. Looks to center. Glove down by Lupo, who picks off the pass. A move up ice, developing 3-on-2. Lupo down the right wing, around the goal. Moves towards his forehand as he stops on the near half wall. Locates LaFrance in the corner. He gets shoved off the puck by Allard. Lupo trying to get it back. He gets a stick on it. Rubbed out by Hayek. Gets it back. Right circle shot. Save Motu. Wranglers trying to jam it in. And a shot by Larson is blocked by Hayek. Wellburn high slot shot is blocked again. This time it's Sobush. IceRays trying to clear. Wranglers pinching it in. Wellburn drives it down. Wranglers are gassed. They got to go off for a change. And that'll end the sequence. Madness here, but the IceRays keep it a 2-1 lead. Here's Pack. Darting through his own zone. Comes in on the right side. Snap shots blocked off the stick of Gerhard. Rebound rolls in on Motu, who hangs on with 13:15 left in the third. Well, there's a little bit more action for you, huh?
Hey, I was going to say, yeah. Oh, my goodness. I'll
How
tell
about
you what,
that?
but Motu's, he's putting on a show right now. I mean,
he's been dialed in as well, but a couple of big shot blocks out in front of him certainly helped his case here. The Wranglers were trying to tie it up at 2. A couple of timely saves from Motu and some big shot blocks keep it a 2-1 IceRay lead. Wranglers still pressuring. They win an O-zone draw. O'Rourke D-to-D for Whited. His shot's blocked, and here comes Gerhard down the right wing. Over the blue line, bounces to the outside, shouldered away by Whited. Two former teammates collide as Whited from the goal line rips it away from Gerhard and flings it through center ice. Whose puck is gathered by Randstrom in his own zone. Gerhard collects it from skate to stick. Goes back behind Motu. And is able to roll down the right wing and cast the puck around to the far corner. IceRays push it back to the near wing where Biederman tries to center. Wranglers break it up. Puck held in at the line, pelted over the goal by the IceRays. They continue to set up shop as Gerhard is rubbed out by Satterdalen. The former wing heaves it to the near wing. IceRays keep it at the right point. They'll fire it towards the goal, and it's blocked by White. Wranglers thump it out to center and a little bit more. No icing. On the forecheck is Miller. Morgan dishes it back. And waiting behind the cage is Konevich. "12 minutes left in the third period. Shot count tied at 28. The difference maker for the IceRays, the goal from Carter Cranky late in the second period. Hayek from his own end. Smashes it to the neutral zone. Wranglers gather it on the near circle of their end. Welburn tries to pump it out to center ice. Instead, it goes gliding back into Wrangler territory. Pack springs it to center. Phillips comes in on the right wing. Gets checked by Allard in the far corner. Puck squeaks free to Wood, who comes in to keep the puck in the zone. Sidestep goes wrong, and Valdez is able to elevate it back to Wrangler territory, where White will beat out Cranky for the icing. 11:18 left in the third period. Back down we go near Motu. So in a third period that's starting with a couple of whistles in the first minute, has not had very many whistles since then. And the Wranglers have seemed to have had more of a jump here in the third period than the IceRays. And while the shot count is tied at 3 here in the third period, it really feels like a lot of those chances from the Wranglers have been blocked. So I would say that the Wranglers have more shot attempts than the IceRays here in the third. But we're tied in the period for shots actually going on goal. IceRays win the defensive zone draw. Valdez flags it down through the neutral zone. Pass intended for Sinani is intercepted by Wood. Brings Resega into action. Has Wood on a drop pass on the left wing. Looks to center, but nobody was there. IceRays rainbow it back out to center. White has Rosati at the center circle. And the puck is flubbed off of his stick to Reardon. Pass up ahead to the Wrangler blue line off the stick of Kuznetsov to Resega. Toe drag shot and a save by Motu. Rebound goes to the near corner. Wranglers fighting to keep it. Wood, dirty dangle. Below the goal line, looks to center for Azadi. And he is poke checked by Motu. Keeps the puck to the right point for Welburn. Long try, wide of the goal. Rebound comes to Reardon. And he will slam it out the center. As the IceRays are met by 2 Wranglers. And the second attempt puts the puck back behind Shepoister. Wranglers trying to hit a home run pass instead. No icing. Many players' surprise, and I'll be honest, me as well. IceRays put it in on goal from their own end. The Shepoister will freeze with 10:06 left in the third. And so with that, we'll take our final timeout of the night. It's Corpus Christi 2 and Amarillo 1. Wranglers trying to tie. We'll see if they can do it when we come back on the Wranglers Hockey Network.
AMA Techtail is just first rate. We had a flood here last year. We don't have any internet. We don't have any phones. We have nothing. By the time I got from my house to downtown, AMA Techtail already had a crew of men there. I can't imagine doing business without AMA Techtail. They're that important.
Y'all, I finished the cereal yesterday, and today the box is full again. Same with the milk. Yesterday this was basically empty, and today it's full again too.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's wild.
Must be magic.
No lines, no waiting. Just quick and convenient grocery shopping. It's not magic, it's delivery from United Supermarkets.
We're back to the bullpen, and the Wranglers have been pressuring as of late with 10:06 left in the third period. They're trying to crack Benji Motu for the second time tonight. They've been putting shots towards his way, but some timely blocks from the IceRays. And a series of good saves from Motu as well have kept it a 2-1 IceRay lead here in the third. Face off in the Wranglers' end to the left of Shepoister, won by Amarillo, but Corpus Christi able to rip the puck away. A shot from Reardon in the far corner. It's snapped up by Shepoister. And so with 9:58 left in the third, we're officially into the final 10 minutes. And still it feels like it's anybody's game. Wranglers get a line change in. On comes Evshinev, Olislov, and Boulanger. And talking during the second intermission, it really felt to me like that could be the difference line for the Wranglers here in this game. You got the speed and playmaking of Evsnev, the IQ of Boulanger, as well as the sturdy two-way play of Oleslov. That could be the combination that gets it done for the Wranglers. Here's Boulanger on the right wing, skating up ahead, looking to go across for Oleslov. The pass hops over his stick. IceRays angle it off their own end wall to Morgan, who has Kuznetsov coming in on the left side. He'll make his way to the corner, tap it down low for Reardon. Wedged away from the puck by Anthony White. Filters it up ahead off the stick of Oleslov, where Hayek will arc it back into Wrangler territory as the puck simmers down onto the stick of Heikki Paipinen. Finnish defenseman locates Anthony White. And at the blue line, IceRays keep it in. Pelton walking that line like a tightrope, takes a shot from the point and scores. It was a screen out in front, and the IceRays extend their lead to 2. It is 3-1 Corpus Christi. And there was nothing that Shep Oyster could have done about it. He never saw it. It was a flyby out in front, the perfect combo for the IceRays. And Troy Pelton has given the Corpus Christi IceRays their 3rd straight goal and an insurance marker with 9:03 left in the 3rd. The Wranglers staring down the barrel of a 2-goal hole. 3 unanswered goals by the IceRays have turned it from a 1-0 Wrangler lead up the goal from Wellborn to a 3-1 Corpus Christi lead. Here, Wranglers, that doesn't suck any life out of their potential comeback. Certainly has simmered down the crowd a little bit here. As Pack picks it up from behind Shep Oyster. Tries to connect with Phillips at the blue line. Puck rolls off of his stick. IceRays take it on the right side. It's Biederman creeping in for a shot that's turned away by Shep Oyster, and the rebound is spit wide by Paipinen. IceRays regrouping and reloading. As over the red line is Ranstrom. He'll come in on the left side. Go around the net on his forehand centers. Has an open man for a shot and a save by Shep Oyster. That was Soderbaum taking it. Now a 2-on-2 the other way. Miller, a shot and a block by Biederman. Puck on the loose. Wranglers trying to stuff it in. Out in front is Phillips, who gets tied up with Soderbaum. The IceRays are able to chuck the puck out to center ice. It's 7:47 left in the 3rd. Maybe some frustration creeping in for the Wranglers. It's in games like this where you have to keep a cool composure. Can't let that frustration seep in, otherwise it'll benefit the IceRays more than it does yourselves. As here comes Corpus Christi down the left wing. It's Gerhardt on the move. Over the blue line. Gets tangled up by Wood and O'Rourke. They sandwich him there, rip the puck away. Gerhardt tries to get it back in the near corner. Defended well by Whited. Puck behind the cage. IceRays slip it up to the left point for Morgan. Sidesteps Azadi. Morgan looking to shoot. Puts it Shep Oyster's way. But the Wranglers netminder is there to make the stop.
Oh.
And afterwards, players come together. It's Gerhardt getting feisty.
You're getting a little chippy now. Oh.
And looks like Patrick Whited was in the middle of it for the Wranglers. Looks like all in all, no penalties on that sequence. So we stay 5-aside. 3-1 is the IceRays lead with 7:05 left in the 3rd period. Won by the IceRays. Allard to the right point for Hayek. Long shot blocked by Lupo. Rebound put on goal by Cranky. And Shep Oyster makes the stop. Allard comes barreling on in as Larson is high-sticked. Delayed penalty on the IceRays. LaFrance comes out to the blue line where he's met by Valdez, who touches up. And the Wranglers now with 6:49 left in the 3rd will have a chance to pull within 1 with a power play.
This is big for the Wranglers right now.
It feels like it's going to be huge. They're checking Larson for blood. We'll see how many minutes Allard gets. Just 2 for high sticking. So he didn't draw any blood, although comes at a point in time where head coach Sylvain Cloutier certainly not too happy about him taking that penalty because it gives the Wranglers a chance to climb back into this game. So, Wrangler power play 0 for 2 tonight, went 0 for 2 against Oklahoma on Saturday. The Wranglers do have power play goals in 6 of their last 9 games. Off the faceoff, Wranglers have it. They'll wrestle it up to the right point for Pack. Over to the left side for Saturdalen. Return to Pack, goes to the right side for a one-timer by Evshignev, and the puck deflects over the goal. Phillips diving, gets it back up top to Saturdalen. Pack back to Saturdalen, creeping in for a shot that's banged away by the blocker of Motu. Puck stays in the zone. Pack's got it, walking the line, drifting towards his right. Feeds Saturdalen again. Back to the right wing for Evshignev, creeping on in for a shot that's blockered away again by Motu. And the IceRays this time will filter it out the center ice for a clear. 1:23 left on the Wrangler power play. 6:08 left in the third. Puck around to the far wall. IceRays again get it out the center. They transfer it from their zone to the Wranglers. Amarillo on their horse, trying to go right back in. Saturdalen met by Hayek at the line, and he's forced back out the center. It's a cluster up there right at the red line. IceRays wasting time. They've got plenty of it with 1 minute left on the Wrangler power play. Saturdalen is able to fish the puck free to LaFrance. LaFrance gains some steam on the left wing, pulls up, tries to filter it across for Miller, and he can't reel in the pass. Soderbaum along the left wing, checked by Welburn, and a board battle ensues again. Not as long as the previous one, as Oleslov is able to dance out the center. The Swede tries to pitch it to the left wing for LaFrance, but the IceRays get a stick in front. Just 28 seconds left on the Wrangler power play. Welburn across to the left wing for Oleslov. Tries to hammer it in, and the Wranglers are offside. 20 seconds left on the penalty to Allard. 5:08 left in the third. And a line change incoming for the Wranglers. So it's Larson, Phillips, Evshignev, Saturdalen, and Pack for the Wranglers here on this next sequence on the power play. That is 5 Wranglers, the tune of 4 forwards and 1 defenseman. And that 1 defenseman's got it. It's Pack to Evshignev, trying to split the D, goes to the near corner. IceRays slap it away, and they get it out of the zone. Pack can't keep the play alive, and that will end the Wranglers' power play. IceRays get the kill. Gerhard now creeping down to the end wall. Closed in on by Saturdalen. Puck squeaks over to Phillips. Tries to get it to Saturdalen in motion. Instead, puck leaped over his stick, and so the Wranglers have to reset. They do it quickly. Larson in on the right side. Floats it to the near corner. Nobody's there as that remaining trio of forwards for the Wranglers from the power play goes off for a line change. Konevich with it with 4:16 left to go. And Ranstrom taking his time behind the net will leave it for Conway. He drives down the left wing, looks to hit Green at center. Wranglers get in front and turn up ice. It's Resega. Trying to knock it to the middle for Wood. Instead, it's picked off by Biederman. Drops it off for Conway. Has a trailer for a shot that goes wide of Shepoister. IceRays dish it to the goal line. To the near half wall. Puck is sprung 2 up ice. It's Resega. Knifing his way to the net is pickpocketed by Biederman. He streaks into the Wrangler zone. Met by Evshignev. He takes the puck. Brushes it to the left wing for Azadi. Ty Azadi dangling at the line, drops it off for Pack for a shot, and a glove save is made by Motu with 3:29 left in the third. Face-off. He's looking for his 3rd win as the IceRays starter. Face-off will be to his right. Evshignev will take it. A couple of false starts here. It's won by Watson of the IceRays. Corpus Christi will rainbow it to the red line and drill it by Shepoister with 3:20 left in the third. Pack off the near wall to Oleslov. Quick touch pass intended for Boulanger is picked off by Valdez. IceRays will filter it back into Wrangler territory. Welburn quickly catching up to it. Looks to locate Evshignev. Frankie has it through center ice. Goes into the Wrangler end on the left wing. On his backhand, looks to center. Defended well by Whited. He's got the puck on his stick as he tries to lob it up ahead for Boulanger. Konevich gets a stick on it. Puck goes back behind Motu with 2:42 left in the third. IceRays trying to kill some more time and look to do it on offense. There's a little chip and chase action here. White picks it up at his own end wall. Connects with Lupo on the near wing. They'll gain the red line, rifle it in. Around it goes to the far corner. The French can't catch up to it. IceRays are able to propel it out of their own end. And a little bit more as White goes behind Shepoister. The Wranglers start their next breakout with 2:09 left in the third. Here's a steal for Corpus Christi, and a shot is frozen up by Shepoister. And that being taken by one of the guys in red that has a goal here tonight, and Cody Kempf. So we'll keep an eye on Shepoister here. Face-off is in the Wranglers zone, but you got to think if Amarillo gets possession of the puck and heads towards the way of Motu, he'll pull Shepoister for the extra attacker here as they look to tie the game down by 2 with 2:06 left in the third. We're not quite there yet. Wranglers need to win this face-off. Satterdahlin is tasked at the circle, going up against Sinani. Satterdahlin, he's been excellent at the dot for the Wranglers since he came over in the trade, but we have a whistle here with 2:01 left in the third. And you're checking the net behind Shepoister. And they're going to fix up that near side peg. So that mooring all fixed up. Although I don't believe that that's the reason why the play was blown dead. I think it was blown dead because of a false start on the face-off. Wranglers did have possession on that play. So it's Satterdahlin against Sinani again. And after he won that last face-off, Satterdahlin has been excellent in the face-off circle for the Wranglers since coming over in the trade. And here he goes again. He's won another. Pack being pressured. Turnover here out in front of the IceRays. Save made! Rebound comes again, and out in front for another stop is Shepoister. Sinani was lurking, and Shepoister is able to scare away the boogeyman. And get a glove on it. 1:49 left in the third. It looks like Pack got hacked and whacked off that face-off win, got the puck from Satterdahlin, and it was immediately chopped at by two IceRays. That's what forced the turnover. Of course, the centering feed for the stop, and then another one from a longer range. Now puts us at a face-off on the far circle of the Wrangler end. Satterdahlin has won his third in a row. Pack's got it again. Behind the net, sidesteps, locates White on the right wing. Plays it back to Pack. Not much time left for the Wranglers, just 100 seconds left in the game. White from the right wing. Toe drag, and the puck is poked off of his stick by Hayek. IceRays have it. Net is open for the Wranglers. 6-on-5 here. They keep it in the zone as Larson was pinching. Phillips whacked out by two IceRays. They'll get it out the center. Cranky on the run. Intercepted by Pack. And the Wranglers keep possession. J.S. Pack lobs it up ahead for Satterdahlin. Brushes it across for Evshinev. From the right wing, angles it to the near corner. Hops off the wall. Long chance for the IceRays. Hops wide of the goal. It'll be an icing on Corpus Christi with 63 seconds left in the game. So unless the Wranglers can find a way to pot two quick ones and send it to overtime, the IceRays will come away victorious. But we're not quite there yet. Wranglers have been fighting hard here in this third period, but the IceRays have outshot them here in the third, 12-7 to this point. But think about shot attempts on goal. I really feel like the Wranglers have led in that department. A lot of timely shot blocks by the IceRays. They've kept them at the lead. Another long chance goes wide of the goal, and so on back-to-back plays, it's icings against the IceRays. Back down we go to Corpus Christi territory. So Wranglers opting to get a line change in here, and it's a wholesale change. And so the 6 for Amarillo with the net empty. Phillips, Satterdahlin, White, Evshinev, Larson, and Pack. So for those of you keeping track, that is 4 forwards and 2 defensemen for the Wranglers. Face off to the right of Motu. False start on that draw. Watson trying to cheat on in. We'll get the stay there, going up against Phillips in the circle. Wranglers captain, another that has been excellent at the dot. Though this time the IceRays win it. They'll try and bombard it out of the zone. Stepping in front is Cranky. Through center ice as Valdez tries to touch it back to Cranky, and the Wranglers get in front. Still with a chance, it's Pack. As Satterdahl on the left wing maneuvers through center. Flips it off the skate of Watson, and Motu's going to try for the empty net, and he's well wide. A lot of guts from Benji Mutu to go for the goalie goal, but that one was nowhere close. That's about as far as you can get, actually. 37.3 left in the third period. Back we go to the right of Motu. And I wonder if they might put Satterdahl in here to take the face-off instead of Phillips. Looks like not. Phillips will take it again against Watson. And this time he's won it. Kicks it back to Pack. Satterdahl on a drive, just goes wide. Rebound to White, shoots it up high. Off the crossbar, the IceRays to the empty net, and it hits the post. Icing with 25.9 to go. And so, pitch me if you've seen this one before. Back down we go to Motu. Face off to his right. Wranglers opting to get partial change here, and maybe they might. Yep, they're going to take their timeout. So Corey Woketek puts up the tee and tries to give his big guns a breather here. So it's 3 unanswered goals by the IceRays that has them in front at 3-1 to this point. The Wranglers led with 3 minutes left in the first period off a goal from Will Welburn, his 4th of the season, assisted from J.S. Pack and Maxim Mamanov. And then the IceRays scored 2 more in the second period to take a 2-1 lead with goals from Kempf and Cranky. And then here in the third period, the insurance marker from Troy Pelton has us at 3-1 with 25.9 seconds left. The Wranglers have just taken their timeout. So you got to think that at this point, everything here is going to be a set play, and it all depends on if the Wranglers can win the faceoff. So Phillips had been snake-bitten on the prior 2 icing chances, kicking it back to Pack. And it looks like he's going to take this next faceoff again, fresh off the timeout. So the Wranglers captain tasked with the all-important faceoff win here. Wranglers seemingly need to win this faceoff, otherwise time will run out. And they win it, driving towards the goal. Save made by Motu. Puck goes behind the net and is pinned up at the end wall. Shakes free. Reardon trying to pelt it out. Wranglers keep it in. Satterdahl to the right wing for a shot from White. Phillips center is shot. Oh. They score! 10 seconds left. Do you believe it? You better. Whoa. It's a 1-goal game. And it looks like it's going to go to Yevshignev. And a little bit more drama here. So it's Yevshignev from Phillips and White to make it a 3-2 game with 10 seconds left. I mean, we've seen crazier things happen, but 10 seconds left. It's got to be the Wranglers win the ensuing face-off, and they just charge right in, and they have to put his puck on goal if they want a chance. So the timeout actually pays dividends here as Corey Woketek wisely calls the timeout, draws up the set play. Wranglers win that face-off. They get to work, and then the puck ping-pongs around in front of the crease and ends up in the back of the net, and slamming it in is Yevshignev. So here it is. The next play. Net is empty for the Wranglers. At this point, why not? Phillips will take the face-off against Kempf. He's got to win it. Has to win it to one of his 2 D-men, and we get a false turn on the face-off. Go figure. So to add more suspense to the night, it's Phillips against Kempf. Wins it back to Pack, but it splits the D. And he'll have to race back to the goal line. 5 seconds left. Throws it up ahead. Phillips at the blue line can't get to it. And the IceRays are going to survive. Too little, too late from the Wranglers, and Corpus Christi comes away in a nail-biter with the 3-2 win. And that one's going to sting a little bit for the Wranglers. Tough pill to swallow. Played very well in the first period. Second period belonged to the IceRays, and in the third period, Wranglers with some brilliant chances, but all in all, the IceRays get the job done and hang on for the victory. Wranglers post-game show starts now, presented by Austin Hose. And yeah, it's a tough one for the Wranglers. They had the lead after one period of play, played very well in the first period, outshooting the IceRays 15-8. As the lone goal in the first period was scored by Will Welburn with 3 minutes left in the first. He puts the Fox in the box, courtesy of J.S. Pack and Maxim Mamanov. Both get their first points as Wranglers on Welburn's fourth of the season. This is one of those plays where William Larson takes a shot from the high slot. It's a double doink off the post and out. Wranglers get it back to Welburn with a series of quick passes, and he doesn't miss. Puts it in the back of the net for the 1-0 lead. And then you go to the second period, and it starts the run of 3 straight goals from the IceRays. And that was the dagger for the Wranglers. As with 13:21 left in the second period, the IceRays get on the board with a goal from Cody Kempf, assisted by Nikita Konevich and Caden Morgan, the former Jackalope, and then they add another to take a 2-1 lead at the end of the period with 2:09 left in the middle frame. They get a goal from Carter Cranky, assisted by Ranstrom and Gerhard. Just shortly after a power play had expired, IceRays kept the puck in the zone, and it's kind of how power plays end up sometimes, where you get momentum, but you don't score in the power play. But if you're able to keep the puck in the zone, you kind of fuel off of that power play energy, and you sometimes can convert it into a goal. And that's what the IceRays did there for their second of the night to take a 2-1 lead. And that's where we stood after 2 periods of play, but the IceRays did dominate the second period. They led the shot count 17-10 in the second period. And we're tied at 25 shots apiece through 40 minutes. Go to the third period. Wranglers needing to put on some pressure, and it really felt like they did, but the IceRays were able to block a lot of those shooting chances for the Wranglers, and a couple of big saves from Benji Motu was able to keep the puck out of the net for the most of the period, and the IceRays were able to attack on the insurance marker from Troy Pelton with 9:03 left in the third period. And that's a tough goal because Pelton, drifting towards his left, makes his way to the point, just tries to rip a shot on goal. It's a flyby out in front of Shepoister to put up a quick screen. He never saw that puck. It ends up going upstairs for what ends up being the game-winning goal, because as the Wranglers pressure late in the third period with just 10 seconds left to go, Kirill Evsunev pots a ping-pong puck into the back of the net from Phillips and White to make it a 3-2 game, but there just wasn't enough time for the Wranglers. And time runs out, and the IceRays survive. They win it 3-2. A lot of shots in this game. 70 combined shots. 37 for the IceRays, 33 for the Wranglers. You want to talk about putting pucks on goal? Yeah, both clubs did that here tonight, and the Wranglers' run of outscoring their opponent for the last 7 straight games comes to an end as the IceRays put up 37 shots on goal. And it feels like if the Wranglers want to win tomorrow night, they're going to have to lower that figure, as they were outshot by the IceRays 12-8 in the final period. And I think what got Corpus Christi the win here tonight in the third period was their ability to shot block. And the Wranglers did a good job of trying to create some chances, put pucks towards Motu, but a lot of them never got there. And the IceRays did a good job of laying it out on the line, putting bodies in front of those pucks. And, if the puck never gets to Motu, he doesn't have to make that save. And so a lot of the time he didn't. And the IceRays shot blocking got them the win. And I think that's something where, if the IceRays do end up making the playoffs, which now it's looking like that's a very good chance, haven't officially clinched, but they're on their way. Now up to 28-13, 1-2 in the season with 59 points. It really feels like if they're a team that's able to do that, shot block, get a lot of depth scoring, they're a team that can go far. This is, no slouch of a team. You got to give credit to the IceRays. Put together a good performance here tonight after putting together a bit of a disastrous first period, but they escaped that period only down by 1, and they're able to take it and move on from it and put together a very solid final 40 minutes of play for the victory. As for the Wranglers, they fall to 16-23, 1-3, so their 3-game win streak comes to an end. And, it's kind of the same story that I felt when these two teams met back at the beginning of January. Wranglers very solid first period, had the lead. IceRays the better final 40 minutes. They come out on top, and I really like the way that the Wranglers match up with this IceRays team, but for whatever reason, Corpus Christi just somehow seems to find a way. So, IceRays now lead the season series 3-0. We'll have this regular season series finale right here in this building tomorrow night. 7 o'clock pregame show, 7:15 puck drop. I have it all here for you on NATV and YouTube. It's First Responders Night presented by Smoke Wagon Beard Balm. I've been told that it's going to be close to a sellout, and I believe it. That guy at Smoke Wagon Beard Balm, he does not fool around. He pumps out those tickets. It's going to be a packed barn, and we'll see if the Wranglers can feed off of that energy with a lot of bodies in the crowd and get a much-needed win against the Corpus Christi IceRays. But before we get some thoughts from Ben Salgado, let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. A couple of those games are still going on that are important to the Wranglers' playoff push because they are being played in the Mountain Time Zone, as the Colorado Grit are hosting the New Mexico Ice Wolves, and the El Paso Rhinos are hosting the Odessa Jackalopes. So the game that's not as important to us going on at NYTEX Sports Center, still in action with 10 minutes left in the third period. Shreveport, the second-place team, leads the Lone Star Brahmas, the first-place team, 3-2 at this given moment. Again, that game not really of concern to the Wranglers, more so to the IceRays than the Wranglers, but it's worth mentioning at this point. Bad news for the Wranglers over at El Paso County Event Center. The Jackalopes, with 3 second-period goals, have taken a 4-3 lead heading into the second intermission. Wranglers are Rhino fans here tonight. They need El Paso to win to make sure Odessa doesn't continue to get some more separation between the Wranglers, especially with Amarillo's loss here tonight. Another game with great importance going on at Greeley Ice House. Wranglers need the New Mexico Ice Wolves to take down the Colorado Grit, and again, the Wranglers not getting much help there, as Colorado has a 2-1 lead through 2 periods up in the Rockies with goals from William Johnson and George Poirier. New Mexico getting a goal from Tim Hugo in the second period to make it 2-1. So if you have NATD, flip on either one of those two games. Your rooting guide here tonight, you're either rooting for the Ice Wolves or the Rhinos, as the Wranglers try and continue to catch up to the pack. That is the Grit and the Jackalopes. And currently the Grit occupy that 6th seed in the division, and the Wranglers trying to play catch-up. Now, the good news for the Wranglers is right now, those two teams are in reach, given that the Wranglers played the Grit 3 more times and the Jackals 3 more times. But it really feels like at this point in the season, they're going to need a little bit of help if they're going to catch up and make the playoff push, especially with the loss here tonight. Didn't feel like it was a must-win game, but now, 43 games into the season, you've got 17 left. It feels like the Wranglers going to need to at least try and steal one of these 2 games here this weekend. Couldn't do it here tonight. And now it feels like tomorrow's night, it's almost imperative that the Wranglers get at least a point out of it to stay in the race with Odessa and Colorado. As, again, tomorrow night, the regular season series finale between these two clubs. And so, coming into tonight, there was 2 games left against Corpus Christi. Well, that one's all said and done. IceRays win that one. So now you've got 4 games left between the Lone Star Brahmas. We'll see them 3 times here in mid-March, and then 1 against the IceRays tomorrow night. It felt like those were games that the Wranglers weren't going to be favored to win, but if they were able to steal maybe 2 or 3 of those, they'd be in some really good shape. Well, they put together a good effort here tonight, but they weren't able to get it done. Ben, what were your thoughts on tonight's game, and what do you think that the Wranglers need to do tomorrow night to pull away with the victory?
Well, what I think the Wranglers need to do is try to lower Corpus Christi shot count.
Yeah.
They got 37 shots up, and, Wranglers got 33 up, but, I mean, I felt like Benji Moti.
Yeah.
I thought he played a great game. I know they scored 3 points, but I thought Chef Oyster played a great game too.
Yeah.
He's been playing his heart out every single time he gets out here. It's just hard. It's just hard to see a team that gets 37 shots up and you really try to win that game. But at the end of the day, we saw the Wranglers come out here and they competed till the end. And that goes to show that, I think tomorrow the Wranglers, like I said, they just need to lower that shot count. Defensively, I think defensively, if they can just clean it up just a little bit, I feel like they'll have a better chance than what we saw tonight. But honestly, who was it? I think it was Will Welburn with the first goal of the game.
Yep.
That first goal was, it really felt like the Wranglers really snatched the momentum from Corpus Christi. But credit to Corpus Christi, though. It didn't really phase them. After that first period ended 1-0, they came out and scored 3 unanswered, as the Wranglers only scored 1. But I think tomorrow night, I mean, would I be surprised if the Wranglers came out here and made a statement win against a good Corpus Christi team? I would not be, because I think the Wranglers are that good of a team, though, at the end of the day. And I feel like they're going to take their losses, but I feel like they are going to respond.
Yeah, I like the way the Wranglers played for the majority of this game, but it really felt like the second period was where Corpus Christi was able to pull ahead. They got the 2-1 lead, and they were able to take that and run with that. So I think it sets the stage nicely for tomorrow night. It's going to be a fun one. First Responders Night. All first responders get in for free. Looking to be a packed house, though, so make sure you get your tickets at panhandletickets.com. And, again, first responders get in for free at the box office. And so we'll see what tomorrow night's all about. But I think for the Wranglers, I've always felt like in all 3 of these games against Corpus Christi, if they were able to put together a full 60-minute effort, they were going to win. And tonight, again, that second period kind of wavered a little bit, and the IceRays capitalized on it. And so we'll see if the Wranglers can break that trend tomorrow night in the regular season series finale against the IceRays before they head into their bye week next week. As they rest up and, again, try and continue to surge for that playoff push. Well, I think that'll do it for us here at the Budweiser Bull Pen. Once again, your final score, Corpus Christi 3, Amarillo 2. IceRays take it, and a thriller here in the Panhandle. I'm Guy Chiarenza saying good night and so long for Ben Salgado. Thank you for watching.